Hello, Carl James Harvey here, 11 minutes later than planned. We're so sorry. There's been a massive technical malfunction with Webinar Jam, who are our provider of webinars, a company that I was going to recommend to you on this training. To be frank, I don't even know if you can see and hear me. This has never happened before. We're so sorry. We did think about cancelling this, trying to fix it and then running it tomorrow, but I know that there's 3,000 people signed up. So on the off chance that you are here and you can see me, welcome to the 5 Steps to Your Passion and Purpose Empire training. I am really genuinely sad because this is the most incredible training I've ever put together, and I just hope that you can see it and hear it. There's no chat box, there's nothing. So I don't know if you're watching. Hopefully Craigie will let me know on the WhatsApp if he can see me. I'm going to start the presentation. It's an incredible one. On today's training, the plan is, first you're going to discover 5 simple steps that you can use to create your passion and purpose empire in 2017. And what I mean by passion and purpose empire is you learn how to make a great living doing what you love to do, something that makes you feel alive, filled with joy and good vibes, something you're interested in, something that doesn't feel like work. And I'm going to guide you through the exact steps and strategies that you can use and follow to build a really successful, lovely business that you absolutely love, way quicker than I did, with saving tens of thousands of dollars of mistakes that I made and so much more. I'm going to guide you through 6 real life case studies of people just like you and me, normal people who are generating 6 and 7 figures from their passions, people that you probably won't have heard of. These ain't the big name gurus. These are just regular people. Actually, these are my mates. I'm going to share some of their stories with you to inspire you and also to instruct you on just how simple it can be to start making money doing what you love this year. Then, for the first time ever, outside of my VIP clients who pay me eye-watering fees, consulting fees to teach them this, I'm going to give you a 7-part framework for selling almost anything. I've used this framework and I've never shared it for free before. I'm live on YouTube, apparently, Craig says, so we'll continue. Worst case, I'll just do it on my own. Hopefully you're watching. In fact, email craig@carlharvey.com. craig@carlharvey.com. Let him know if you're watching, if you can see me. That will make this a whole lot better if I know anyone's watching. And Craig is going to send everyone the link. So hopefully we'll get loads more joined. So anyway, 5 steps to your passion and purpose empire, 6 real life case studies, a 7-step framework for selling, which makes it really easy and beneficial for your prospects, for you to sell your products, your services, someone else's products. And it literally works in every industry you can imagine. I've made millions of dollars in sales using this exact framework. I've never given it away for free. Today I'm doing that. And you're going to learn, first of all, 8 big reasons why doing this is a good use of your time and energy. Like, why would you bother creating a passion and purpose business? What are the benefits? How can it impact your life? That's what we're covering today a lot. It's going to be a 90-minute masterclass and we are going to move quick. Now, what I want to say before we get started with the training, with the presentation, is I spent over $100,000 learning this in terms of the courses I bought, the events I went to, the coaches I hired, the mastermind groups, etc. This is absolutely packed full of value. If you wanted me to teach this to you one-on-one, it would be at least $20,000 per day. And I don't even do that anymore because, frankly, I love my life so much, I don't want to fill it up with work. So this has never, ever been shared for free, which is why I was so excited to do this for you and why, you know, the technical mishap couldn't have come at a worse time. But alas, we flow with it. We embrace adversity. And as Napoleon Hill says, within every setback is the seed of a greater or equal benefit. So hopefully we're going to tap into that benefit today. And I honestly believe this is the single most comprehensive free training on how to make money doing what you love that's ever been created. I know that's a giant claim and I hope to prove it to you, but keep in mind I've been studying this for the last 6-7 years. I've attended all the webinars, all the free trainings, I've bought all of the programs, and what I've spent the last week doing is building something that has never ever been shared for free before. You would usually find the content you're getting today in like a $3,000 plus program, all the way up to 10, 20 grand coaching and beyond. So if you can see me, if you're on the YouTube, I really hope that sounds good. I hope you're excited. This is my biggest passion because a few years ago, I mean, I was depressed. I was in a job I hated. I was in the rat race. I was struggling to get up every day. I was in a dark, dark place. And I got given a copy of this book. In fact, this copy of this book is the exact same one. It's a bit battered now. It changed my life. It's the 4-Hour Work Week by Tim Ferriss. I quit my last proper job the day after I got this book. It was a complete matrix moment, a paradigm shift for me, because I learned that there was a way, there was a system that you and I can follow to create a business which we can do from anywhere. We can travel if we want to. We can do what we love. We can add value. We can do awesome things in the world, and we can get paid really, really well for it. No more real jobs, no more rat race, no more commuting for 2 hours a day, none of that. This is the purpose of this training, because this book changed my life, and I know it will change yours. I hope you can see and hear me. Now, by the end of this training, you are going to have a blueprint for getting paid for doing what you love in 2017 and beyond. You are getting step-by-step guidance, step-by-step strategies, frameworks, systems that you can plug in whatever you do or would love to do into. And crucially, you're going to have the belief that you can actually do this, because when you see the case studies of the normal people who are bossing it, doing this, creating this kind of life, this kind of income, you're going to be very, very inspired, and you're going to know exactly what to do to make more sales, or even to make your first sale in a business without weirdness, without queasiness, without feeling douchey or using any silly tricks, by genuinely providing massive value and then asking for the sale. You're going to learn exactly how to do that today. And they're going to be free champagne as well. I want to send you some champagne. I'll tell you about that at the end. Now, I hope Craig is keeping me updated on the WhatsApp. I'm on 1%. I'm just going to plug this in and then we're going to get started. Technical mishaps. Oh, all I'll add to that while I'm plugging this in behind you, make sure you've got a pen and paper. This is you're getting so much actionable content and strategies today. You will want to take notes. Turn off any distractions, put your full attention here. This is literally the blueprint that's made me millions and millions of dollars in sales. It's made tens of millions of dollars for other people in terms of products and services that I've sold for them. And I'm giving away so much. As always, I over-deliver, but this is at a whole other level. With that said, a little later than planned, let's get stuck in. So I'm going to go over to the slides now. I've got a beautiful presentation for you. I will send you the slides afterwards, so you don't have to write down everything, but definitely write down your keynotes and insights, any ideas that strike you and anything that screams at you, this is a good idea, I need to be doing that. Shout out to Yeezy in the back. Craig, you keep me updated, mate, and let's get started. All right, hopefully this will work. Google Hangouts, who would have thought? Okay, so I'm on the screen. Craigie, let me know if you can see it. We're starting with a quote actually from Tim Ferriss in this brilliant book, The 4-Hour Work Week. This is right at the start, and I highlighted this in my copy of the book, and I promised myself I was going to do it. I'm going to give it a go. He says, reality is negotiable. Outside of science and law, all rules can be bent or broken. So resolve now to test these concepts. When you try it, you'll see just how deep the rabbit hole goes, and you won't ever go back. Boom. Honestly, this is the section of the book that I highlighted, and I just had one of those moments, those life-defining moments where I was like, you know what, I've read a million of these books, like self-help books, and say you got to take action, and I never really have. I'm going to test this. I'm going to test out what Tim Ferriss taught me, and it completely changed the direction of my life. Now, with all that said, welcome to our brand new 2017 Masterclass. For the very first time, I'm teaching you 5 simple steps to your very own passion and purpose empire. And that little snap is a behind the scenes picture of me when I was shooting the Big Life introduction video in Kuala Lumpur. That was me working, getting paid to sit around a pool, smoke a cigar, drink champagne, surrounded by amazing, beautiful, smart people. It's just a glimpse of what I'm going to be sharing with you today, the kind of life you can create. You really can decide what kind of life you want and manifest that. I am Carl James Harvey, your workshop host today. And on the training, you will discover first how to create your passion and purpose empire, excuse me, in short, so you can make money doing what you love in just 5 simple steps. I've broken it down into a really easy to follow framework. Number 2, you're going to learn 8 key reasons why you would want this. So you'll start to feel inspired as you can imagine living with more abundance and passion and purpose, and see so many regular people who have created incredible lives using this process. And you're going to discover for the first time, I've never, ever given this away for free, a 7-step blueprint for making sales like a boss, without pressure, without any douchey sales tricks. And this works even if no one's heard of you yet, even if you hate selling, even if you feel insecure when you ask for money, and more. This entire masterclass is designed to empower you to get paid for what you love and to create value in the world. That's a key theme that will come up again and again. The more value we create, the better we feel and the better results we get. This masterclass is absolutely filled to the brim with real life case studies, step-by-step templates, and truly insights and advice that you would usually only find in the $3,000 plus courses. So it's going to be awesome. This blueprint, what it's going to do for you, well, what it's done for me is made over $10 million in sales for me and my clients in the last 3 years. It will empower you to quickly be perceived as an expert, an authority in your market, whichever market you want to get into. And when you're an expert, you get the fees and the money to match. This will rapidly help you attract more prospects. It will help you provide more value and crucially make more sales. And it will help you also to become more magnetic to money, freedom, and abundance. You are going to learn step by step how to make a great living from your passions, literally anywhere in the world, and pretty quickly as well. In short, this masterclass, I want to empower you and equip you to create your own passion and purpose empire in 2017 with greater ease than you can imagine, faster than you think possible, and with less work than you might believe. This is what I'm going to share with you, and it has changed so many people's lives, including mine, and I cannot wait to give you this today. I'll say it up front, as always, this masterclass is different to many you've seen before. For a start, it's not a pitch fest, it's not a thinly veiled sales story where you're not going to get any content. In fact, it's absolutely packed full of value, and it's designed to give you a transformation just by taking part. Boom. I'm giving you as much as I can in 90 minutes to leave you empowered to create your very own passion and purpose empire this year. And I'm guiding you step by step through every part of the blueprint. Above all, you're going to learn how to do this in a way that is fun and joyous, aligned with your higher self, and truly gets results. Plus, get this. Last week we launched this. We're very nearly sold out, to be honest. But next year, I'm creating a series of courses called the Lifestyle Freedom Trilogy, worth $4,485, and you can get a free copy as well. I'm doing 3 4-week courses. One, how to make millions with your words, all about emails, how to send emails and get paid for them, and so much more. The second one in Q2 is Webinar Wealth. This is how to create presentations and interviews that sell like crazy and provide massive value. And third, I'm doing Lifestyle Liberation, which is about how to 80-20 your life. So you literally design your life how you want it. You live where you want, you travel, you work the hours you want to, that kind of freedom. And also where you live inside your zone of genius, where you only do the things you love to do and are really, really good at, and you get rid of the rest. Very cool. Now, here's why you want this very briefly, even if it was $5 grand, which it's not. 3 classes, as I mentioned. Step by step, I'm going to work with you and coach you over the course of a year to create time, work, location, emotional, spiritual, and financial freedom. That's the intention. In short, it's all about how to make a great living from your passions and purpose. And it helps you to create that massive value as well and create passive income, doing what you love and what you were sent here to do. Now, what this means is I've never, ever shared this blueprint for making over 10 mil in the last 3 years. You're getting that. I'll be working by your side, looking over your shoulder, helping you to create your ideal lifestyle, business, and income. Boom. And in short, this empowers you to create ever increasing abundance and well-being and success in your life by living your dharma, your purpose, your higher self. This, in short, gives you an unfair advantage over your so-called competition, the people stuck in the rat race, anyone that's not living at their highest level. And I'm going to help you to design your life and work exactly how you want it, so you can live with more passion, more purpose, and my other P, prosperity. Boom. So look, there were 33 copies to give away. I've only got 10 left because 22 went last week. So if you want one of these, stay tuned until the end and you'll be able to get yours. Now, what I'm going to do is share with you, before we get started, a quick 70 or 80-second speech from my main man, Alan Watts. The purpose of this is to get you in touch with the fact that the goal here ain't just to make money, because that's not going to make you happy. This is about learning what makes you tick, what makes you come alive, what you'd love to do for free. If you won the lottery, what would you do with your time? Here's why this is so important. Have a look and a watch of this. Enjoy.
So I always ask the question, what would you like to do if money were no object? How would you really enjoy spending your life? Well, it's so amazing. As a result of our kind of educational system, crowds of students say, well, we'd like to be painters, we'd like to be poets, we'd like to be writers, but as everybody knows, you can't earn any money that way. Or another person says, well, I'd like to live an out-of-doors life and ride horses. I say, do you want to teach in a riding school? Let's go through with it. What do you want to do? When we finally got down to something which the individual says he really wants to do, I will say to him, you do that. And forget the money. Because if you say that getting the money is the most important thing, you will spend your life completely wasting your time. You'll be doing things you don't like doing in order to go on living, that is, to go on doing things you don't like doing, which is stupid. Better to have a short life that is full of what you like doing than a long life spent in a miserable way. And after all, if you do really like what you're doing, it doesn't matter what it is, you can eventually you could eventually become a master of it. The only way to become a master of something is to be really with it. And then you'll be able to get a good fee for whatever it is.
Yeah, then you'll be able to get a good fee. This is the thing, most of us get it the wrong way around. We chase the money, we chase the shiny objects, we get seduced by the idea that if I just push a button, all this money is going to come to me. That's the inverse of the truth in my experience. Instead, what we want to do is tap into what makes you feel alive. What do you love to do? What makes you happy? And find a way to give that. Find a way to do that, and then use the framework I'm giving you today, and you will find a way for people to give you money for it. And there is no better feeling in the world than getting up in the morning, doing what you love to do, and being very, very well paid for it. So very briefly, for those of you who don't know my story, I'll whiz through this because of the technical difficulties, but I want to make sure that you know that I'm someone worth listening to about this. Using the exact frameworks you're getting today, I've built a 7-figure business and 2 6-figure businesses doing what I love. I truly get to work when I want. I only do work that I love, and I can do it anywhere in the world. Over 10 mil in sales, as I mentioned, in the past few years. And for me, my ideal life is going to the beach every day, meditating every day, spending time with Yeezy and Rebecca, playing a bit of FIFA, reading books, going to the gym. So I get to live life how I want to, richly rewarded for sharing a positive message with the world, which is the best feeling. Plus, I get to live like a multi-millionaire with total freedom, but for a fraction of the price. One of the things I want to teach you. And why you should listen to me, I'm the most successful head copywriter in Mindvalley's history. I've created 7-figure promos for Bob Proctor, T. Harv Eker, Christy Marie Sheldon, John Assaraf, and many more. In short, I know how to sell, especially in the helping people, heart-centered, healing, personal growth, spirituality markets, which I know so many of you are interested in and passionate about. Next, I'm recognized as both the highest paid and certainly the most in-demand self-help marketing consultant in the world. I've literally turned away 5-figure offers almost every week for people who want me to write their copy or consult with them or help them with their webinars, etc. And again, this is the first time I've ever done this for free. Plus, I mean, I've lost count of the 6-figure campaigns I've created in all of these different industries, but it doesn't matter whether you want to be a coach or a teacher or sell products or be a consultant or a freelancer or something else. What you're going to learn today will really, really help you. And above all, why you should listen to me is that I'm all about providing massive value. If you're on a lot of email lists, you'll know that most people just pitch all day. They can get quite aggressive. It doesn't feel nice. I've been able to build these 6- and 7-figure businesses by giving massive love, looking after my clients like their family, always over delivering. And I want to help you to do the same. Now, better late than never. So sorry for the technical mishaps at the beginning, but I'm feeling the good vibes now. I'm getting in my flow. So it's time to get started. And I just want you to stop for a moment and imagine, it's called future pacing. Imagine that what I'm saying to you is true. Imagine that you really can learn the exact strategies that took me 6-7 years, 100 grand plus to learn and master, and you can put them to work so you can create your passion and purpose empire in 2017. And that means this year, getting out of the rat race, doing things that you love and learning how to get paid for them. Just imagine that for a second. See what it would look like. hear the sounds of what that would sound like and feel how good it feels to be getting up in the morning, living your truth and creating abundance at the same time. Here's how this works. First, 3 key areas. First one, you're going to learn 8 key reasons why you would even want this. Second, you're going to discover the 5-step system for creating a passion and purpose empire. Never shared this before. And then finally, I'm going to teach you how to sell like a boss, which means you make great money, but you do it in a way that doesn't alienate your prospects, does it in a really loving, caring way. Don't put any pressure on, yet you still magnetize clients like crazy. So, as my man Diddy says, let's get it, let's get it. Let's get started. Part 1, why you want this passion and purpose lifestyle. Number 1, imagine work not being something that you dread going to. Imagine Sunday nights not being something where you're going, oh my God, I've got to go back there tomorrow. Imagine not being surrounded by people who piss you off and annoy you. Instead, your work is entirely based on things you're passionate about, knowledge that you love to share, a sense of purpose and meaning. In short, look at this picture. This is me on my balcony working. And my work there, I was recording 20 new videos for my Abundance Book Club business. And my day was spent reading amazing books, taking notes, planning videos. Doesn't feel like work to me. Neither does doing trainings like this. I mean, it takes me a week to put together this presentation, but I love every second. Now, your work, the thing you're passionate about might be different, but just imagine those things that you love to do and you would do for free. You get to do that all day long. The benefits on your intellect, your well-being, your enjoyment of life are tremendous. No more talking about shit you don't like. No more pretending to put that work face on or that work personality. No more listening to a boss who belittles you or demeans you or doesn't appreciate you. Instead, you're living life on your terms. Number 2, the kind of business I'm going to show you how to create means that you can work anywhere in the world and you can work any hours that you choose. In these pictures, I'm on a hammock in a beach in Bali, I think. I'm on Palm Beach, working there. You see the books that I took down to do some work for the business. And in the bottom right, that's me where I am now in my apartment in Sydney with my little setup there, creating a 6-figure promo, standing in front of, a little camera. You can work anywhere, anytime. Now, some of you, many of you are going to have families and you're not going to want to have that travel lifestyle, but imagine being able to take a 3 or 4 week holiday and get some work done anywhere in the world. Imagine not having to get up with the alarm clock. Imagine you decide when you're going to see your clients, when you're going to work, when you're going to relax. It's incredibly empowering, and I believe it's very, very good for the soul to have this freedom. I don't think humans are meant to work in the same place for 40, 50 hours a week, 5 days in a row, 50 weeks a year. To me, that makes no sense. It nearly killed me when I did that. I was incredibly depressed. The opposite is also true. The liberation that you get when you control your schedule and you can do work anywhere, anytime is incredible. Here's a little glimpse of where I worked from in 2016. And man, there's probably some I missed out. The biggest key there in red at the bottom, I take time off whenever I want. I mean, I still work. I love what I do. So, yesterday I worked 18 hours on this presentation. But tomorrow I might feel like not working. I'll stay in bed. I don't have to ask anyone for permission. Unfortunately, my granddad died a few weeks ago. And I booked a flight back to England. First class, actually, very blessed. But I did that on a day's notice. I wouldn't be able to do that if I had a job. Man, I've been listening to people all the last couple of weeks who are off work complaining that they were forced to take time off over Christmas and that they only get 2 weeks holiday a year and all these dark stories, and I feel it. Because when you have the freedom to work whenever you want, and get this, tomorrow, actually on Monday, I'm booked 10 days to go off on a solitary adventure. This is in Ubud, Bali. I've rented this villa with a private pool, 3 house staff to look after me, massages, and this is work. This is the office. There's a hammock, this beautiful outdoor area, backs onto this beautiful jungle in Ubud in Bali, which is one of the most spiritual places in the world. Now, this is work for me. This is a legitimate business expense. This is my office for the next 10 days. Pretty cool, and I hope it inspires you. Number 3, one of the best things about these kind of businesses or creating your own passion and purpose empire is that when you want to get paid more, you can. How? Simply because your pay is directly proportionate to the amount of value you create, not the hours you work. In a so-called real job, if you want to get more money, you effectively have to work crazy hard, you have to take on more tasks, and you have to beg other people for money. Whereas in this kind of world, you create something of value. That's all you do. You create more value and ask for money at the end. It's a completely liberating and empowering lifestyle. Number 4, you don't need a huge team to do this. In fact, for all of the millions of dollars in sales we've made, I've got 2 staff, the beautiful Sagute on the left and the rather silly looking Craig, my brother there on the right. Look at him on that boat. So he's the one who's been helping us save the day today. So shout out for him. It's probably 3 in the morning in the UK, but he's up helping. I started my business, and for 5 years I did it all on my own. Now, something that puts a lot of people off is the thought that, oh, I don't want to be a manager. I don't want to have all these teams. You can do this on your own. I did for years. Now it's beautiful because I've got 2 awesome people that help me. But imagine a 7-figure business with 3 people who you want to hang out with. Pretty boss. Number 5, nowadays, all the tools you need are so easy to use and cheap. When I started out, man, I had to learn how to build websites, HTML code, all this crazy stuff. It took me years, and it was so complicated. It was challenging. Whereas now, you've got Aweber, which is a tool we use. It's $19 a month. You can send emails to anyone automatically. It's boss. Kajabi is about $100 a month. This is an incredible tool that if you want to sell stuff online, it does the product delivery, it does the payments, it takes money for you, it looks after your audience. Very cool. I won't go into huge detail. Webinar Jam, I was going to give a shout out, but they messed up today, so we'll skip on. Skype is free. I know so many people running 6-figure businesses as coaches or healers or guides or consultants. All they do is Skype calls. They do them from anywhere in the world. They have a chat with someone for an hour. They make crazy money. Awesome. Lead pages. I'm going to show you. This is how you generate an email list, which is an important thing I'm going to teach you today. Now, number 6, before then, imagine your job, you're creating value, you're helping people, and you're making a positive difference in the world. The impact on your well-being, your love of life, how you feel about yourself is almost immeasurable. Penultimately, number 7, freedom. I'm all about freedom. It's my highest value. I know so many of you, freedom is your highest value as well. But when you get this right, when you start to make money from what you love to do, you get time freedom, work freedom, location freedom, spiritual, emotional, and financial freedom. And freedom, liberation in your soul as well. Because you're not pretending to be someone else. You're not going to work every day, putting that work face on, doing something you don't care about. Instead, you're following the things that make you feel alive. And finally, number 8, I'd be amiss if I didn't mention it. If it ain't about the money, don't be hitting me up. No, for reals. Like, the money can be wildly lucrative and profitable when you get this right. Top left is a beautiful BMW I bought for Craigie for Christmas. On top right, that's me flying first class. At the bottom, that's me and Mama. I flew her to Sydney for 3 weeks, put her up in a crazy hotel. Bottom right, it's my custom Biggie statue. I mean, all of this costs money. I'm not saying this is the most important thing. That's why I've left it to last. Honestly, getting up and living life how you want to is the most important thing. But it's lovely to treat other people, and it's lovely to have an experience of the most abundant things in the world. So yeah, when you do this right, and when you provide massive value and create really awesome products and services, the money is awesome. So here's a quick recap before we get into how you actually do it. I just want you to reflect on this for a minute. And unfortunately, we haven't got the chat today, so I can't hear you or see you and understand if this is resonating, but I hope it is. What I want you to do is let's imagine over the course of 2017, you do take what you learned today and you take action on it, and you start to create a business that you love, and you start to create value, and you start to sell the way I'm going to share with you. Imagine these benefits. First, you're doing what you love to do. You feel passionate, you feel on purpose. Next, you realize you can work from anywhere, anytime, on your terms. So maybe you might book a beautiful villa in Bali for 10 days, or maybe you always had a dream to visit that certain place. And not only can you go there on a holiday, but you can spend a few days there working, pay for the entire trip. You take the clients you want, you serve them the way you want, and you do it when you want as well. Next, if you want to get paid more, you give yourself a pay rise. You create a new product, you create something of value, you make an offer. It's all completely under your control, 100% responsibility. Number 4, you could do it on your own. You don't need a big team, but if you get 1 or 2 amazing people like I've got now, like that's a 7-figure business, and we can scale up. They ain't even busy. They're half busy. Number 5, promise you this one is a big one. When I started doing this business, and it does, even if you just want to do a coaching business with no online presence at all, the fact that you've got Skype now and you can organize all of this is next level. I wanted to have an online business because I wanted to travel the world and live wherever I wanted to. I had to learn HTML. I'd spend hours wrestling with code. I ain't a coder. That ain't me. I ain't that hacker dude. Like to be, but it's not my skill. So I struggled with it and it was brutal. Nowadays, it's drag, it's point and click. It's so easy. I'm gonna show you a little demo video in a minute. Number 6, my favorite, you get to create value in the world. There is no better feeling than having your clients write to you and say, thank you so much. Thank you for creating this thing that made you loads of money. Because it changed my life. It helped me. It made a positive difference. Whatever value you want to share. And freedom, baby. No one's telling you what to do. No one's telling you you can't. No one's saying you've got to stay here. You get to be you. And finally, do this right. The moolah is spectacular, or can be. Income claim, obviously, I can't guarantee you'll make any money, but I will give you as much as I can in terms of tools, strategies, and advice to help you go out and make some dough, but test them. I think this deserves a boom. We in. And I hope when you imagine that, that sort of life resonates and inspires you. If it doesn't, you're probably in the wrong place, to be honest. But if that is like, oh my God, that is exactly what I want. I want to get out of this rat race, or I want to create abundance so that I can look after my family. I want to have this freedom. I want to get up in the morning inspired. This is how to do it. So we're moving on to part 2. This is the bulk of the training. So make sure you've got your pen and paper ready, because again, like I've sold millions and millions and millions of dollars using this framework. I've never ever shared it. And I don't want, at risk of belaboring the point there, I just want you to value this, because I know sometimes we go on these free trainings and we think, oh, there can't be anything valuable here. It's free. But this is the same stuff I teach my 20 grand clients, for real. So take notes. So here we do it. What I'm going to do is give you the 5 steps up front to give you a sense of where we're going today, to allow your mind and your subconscious to start to chew on these. And then we're going to go deep into each one. So first, these are literally the only 5 steps you need to take if you want to build a passion and purpose empire this year. Number 1, you got to step up and claim the area that you want to provide value in. And you got to master it as well. You got to put the work in, you know. But the stumbling point is that people don't decide what they're going to do. They have a million different projects at once. They don't commit. So first, what we're going to do today, I'm going to help you to claim the area that you want to provide value in, the area that you want to make a business in. Once we've done that, I'm going to show you how to create a so-called list of your ideal prospects. That is people who are interested in similar things and could potentially be interested in buying whatever it is that you want to sell. Most of the information on how to do this is wildly overcomplicated. If you've tried to look at it before, you've probably been scared crapless. This is going to make it really easy. The 3rd step, so by then you've decided this is what I'm going to do. You've started to create an audience of people who could be interested. And then we start to go deep and understand what their problems are. I'm going to explain exactly why in just a moment. But we find out, what's your goals? What's your challenge? What's holding you back? What have you tried? What haven't you tried? Why do you think it's not working for you yet? You find all of that out, and then based on what you hear from them, you start to provide value and you start to help them by solving their problems for them in advance of asking for the money. Now, this is very counterintuitive to what most people will teach you. I deeply believe that we're not trying to get money from people, we're trying to help them and serve them so that we attract and magnetize and manifest ideal people that we can really help and enjoy working with. And then finally, we ask for the money. And I'm going to show you how to do that, how I do that, and how I've coached people as amazing as Bob Proctor and John Assaraf on online trainings to do this. Very blessed. So they're the 5 steps. Have a little glance. Hope you've got them written down. We're going to go deeper now. We're going to go a little deeper. In fact, we're going to go a lot deeper. I'm really going to help you to get a deep felt understanding of what each of these steps requires, and also good news, each of them is a whole lot easier than you might be thinking. Get started. Number one, claim and master the area that you want to create value in. This is the first and most important step. A lot of people, when they start out, whether an online business or an offline business, they start dabbling in 1,000 different things at once. And trying to be an expert at everything is a bad idea, because you're going to sound like everyone else. You're not going to be seen as an expert. We always want an expert. Like if your toilet explodes, you want a plumber, right? Like you want someone who's good with toilets. You don't want a general handyman. You want someone who specifically can solve that. Same if you've got a heart problem, you don't go to the GP, to your normal doctor, you go to a heart specialist. So what we want to do is we want to focus and say, this is the thing that I'm going to be really good at. It truly is so much better to pick a single area and master that area, become well known for it, and crucially make money from it before you start branching out to anything else. You know, a lot of people have shiny object syndrome. They start something, then they hear something else. They go, oh, I've got to do that, and we never get any momentum. We have to create the success. We have to stick with it. And this requires you to commit and focus as well. Focus is key. Whatever we focus on expands. The ultimate goal here from step one, and it's the other steps that do this for you, but the goal is to create so-called celebrity status in the area that you choose. This is huge. Dan Kennedy, in this brilliant book, No BS Wealth Attraction, actually, we just did this in Abundance Book Club. It was our book of the month. It's incredible. He says this: it's actually relatively easy to create celebrity status. The smaller, narrower, and more specific the market you want to appeal to, the easier it is to present yourself as an expert and to become well known and accepted as such. Pretty boss. Now, I know what you're thinking. The first time I heard this, I thought, there's no way I'll ever be perceived as a celebrity. That's for other people. That's not for me. But I followed the advice in this book and many others and what I'm sharing with you today. And now, because of my association with the big life and doing things with amazing people, I'm starting to be seen as a celebrity in this market. I can promise you the fees and the money, the abundance you can create are eye-watering once you do this. You have to commit though. You have to focus on something specific. So you don't want to try and be, you know, the next Tony Robbins, or I'm going to do the personal growth market. You want to chunk down and be specific, at least to begin with. Now, my man, Brendon Burchard, I love this dude. In his incredible book, The Millionaire Messenger, he shares 5 simple questions to ask yourself to help you decide what it is that you're going to create. You know, I know this is a sticking point because we all try and think of, oh, I've got to get the perfect idea. I've got to get the $1 million idea. Instead, we're going to Alan Watts this shit, which means we're going to figure out what do you love to do, and we're going to start doing that. There will be a market. There's 6 billion people on the planet. There's going to be people in alignment with you, interested in the same stuff. So these are the 5 questions. First, what you want to do is you want to choose a topic or an area that you already find fascinating and that you love to learn about. Something that when you go into bookshops or magazine shops, you gravitate towards this stuff naturally. You know, if you absolutely love personal growth and spirituality and you always go there, you probably ain't going to want to start a business on engineering or something like that just because you think it might be lucrative. This is the mistake that a lot of people make. They're in jobs or careers or businesses that they've got no interest in, and they're far from fascinated. I hope you can tell by my energy and the passion and how much content I create that I find what I do incredibly fascinating. I feel blessed. The key is to choose an area that can make you come alive like this as well. Number 2, you want to choose an area that's related to something you already love to do. So if you constantly having these, you know, deep and meaningful conversations with people where you guide them and help them transform, then, you know, it ain't too far of a leap to be a coach or a healer or a consultant. If you love to create products, if you love to sell, if you love marketing, that's going to be a glimpse into what you should be doing. So look into your heart. Like, look at the things that you would do for free. Like, how do you spend your free time? What do you love focusing on? Third, think about what you've always wanted to learn and master. What's been calling at your intuition? What's been in the back of your mind? What is that thing you want to keep coming back to again and again? Fourth, this is a big one. This is a big one. What challenges have you been through in your life? What struggles? What have you learned? Remember, like, we don't have to be the most perfect human being on the planet to help others. Like, sometimes, and frequently in fact, we've been through tremendous turmoil, we've overcome things, and we've learned lessons. And equally, we thought, oh, that ain't such a big deal anymore. And we forgot the pain we were in before. We forgot the suffering, and we forget that there's going to be thousands, tens of thousands, millions of people going through the same thing. You haven't got to be this perfect, absolute genius human being in order to serve others, because none of us are. Like, no one is. And one of the greatest blessings I've had getting to know so many of the biggest names in personal growth is that they as flawed and as human as the rest of us. But when you can master a topic, when you can help someone meditate or release this energy, or write a good CV for their job, or a resume, or help people to sell better, or help people to book flights cheaper, or find the best hotel in Bali, or whatever it is that makes you come alive, or the biggest challenges you've overcome. When you learn how to get the weight off and keep it off, when you learn how to deal with that abusive partner or that challenge with your kids. Look at the challenges you've been through. There's a way there for you to monetize it, to help people, to serve others. And finally, we got to look at this for the long term. Like, so much of this industry, especially the teach people how to make money industry, it's complete BS. It's shiny object syndrome. Oh yeah, just do this for a day and you're going to be a millionaire. It don't work like that. The people I know who are actually successful and who love life, they do what they love, and they've been working at it for years. When you choose something you love, that is your play, that is your passion, that feels like your purpose, it doesn't matter if it takes 5 years, 10 years, or 3 months to get there, to get that success. But you want to look at it through the lens of, I'm going to commit at least 5 years to this. I'm not going to do this for a week and then say, oh, this doesn't work, and then get distracted by the next thing. I'm going to create something that I will focus on for 5 years. So scribble down now any ideas that you have to any of these questions, but especially the things you find fascinating, you're passionate about, the challenges you've overcome, and make sure that you're looking at things that you really could talk about and share and create stuff around and make products or work with people in that industry for the next 5 years. Craigie, let me know that we're looking and sounding good, mate. And now, this is something that I threw in at the last minute. I hope you like this, because I know I'm talking in quite high, broad terms. What I'm going to show you now is 6 real-life case studies of people who I personally know who are bossing it, doing the weirdest shit with their life you can ever imagine. This is the thing. Like, remember that Alan Watts quote from the beginning? Like, you would be amazed at what people will pay you for when they find a kindred soul who shares the same weirdness as you. Very cool. Or as me. The first one, Betty Rocker. Love this lady. There we are on the right. I met her a couple of years ago. She's now up to 150,000 followers on Instagram. Absolute boss. When I met her, she was probably at about 10,000. All she does is she makes these little videos on her iPhone, puts them on the Instagram, on the old gram, and then sells a course. She's got a 30-day challenge. She markets this course to basically, I think, and I'm paraphrasing, but women who have body issues, who have been hurt in past relationships, who are scared of going to the gym and don't want to be judged by the men there, and who want to do something in 10 minutes a day. Like, it's the most peculiar and curious mix of criteria, but it's what she loves and what she's passionate about. Now she's got 150K followers. She makes over 6 figures a month from one product. And all she does, she sends 1 email a day and she makes a video on the old gram. 100 grand plus a month. She's got a 7-figure business now. Plus, she's an absolute lovely lady. If you want to learn how to exercise and do all that cool stuff, check her out. She's 40. Can you believe it? It was her 40th birthday yesterday. Absolutely lovely lady. Anyway, that's an example. And she had no business expertise before, no sales, no marketing. And she figured out how to do it. Very inspiring. Number 2, my boy Alex Eckel, shout out. There he is wearing my BBC t-shirt. He wrote a book, became a best-selling book on Amazon. He now travels the world. And as far as I'm aware, his main business model is he has Skype calls with people who are interested in quitting their job or who want sort of some kind of coaching. and he makes 6 figures a year, and he travels, like, he doesn't live anywhere, he travels non-stop, like 5-star travel. Pretty boss. He doesn't have a website, he doesn't have any products, he doesn't do webinars like these. That's how he makes his money. So he's just talking to people. 6-figure business. Third, Jolie, who I met at A-Fest, I've shared her here because I don't think I've ever heard a weirder niche or industry to be in. This lady teaches other women entrepreneurs how to liberate their inner masculine without becoming too manly and use the vibrational alignment of the planet to manifest more clients. Trippy as you like, right? It doesn't roll off the tongue. She was featured in the Huffington Post yesterday, or on January 2nd. So a couple days ago at the time of filming this. She, last time I checked with her, does about $30,000 a month in sales. She has one product. So she's got like a 5-week course where she just made videos that teach people how to do this. 30 grand a month. And she started out about a year or 18 months ago with nothing. And, you know, she's a very smart, very beautiful, very good energy lady. But just imagine, she's going into sales calls saying, I'm going to tap you into your inner masculine without you becoming a man, and we're going to get in alignment and, you know, all this spiritual kind of crazy stuff. 30 grand a month. You know, that money spends well, I'm sure. My boy, James Fenimore, so this is a boy I grew up with. He's created $1 million business by his love of basketball. He loves basketball more than anything. And now he's got a crew of people that go into sports shops around Europe, and when they're launching a new shoe or a new line, like clients like Adidas and Nike, he'll come in with his team of people and spin basketballs on their fingers, do tricks. That's it. He made $1 million in sales last year through a love of basketball. That's him with Muggsy Bogues, NBA's shortest ever player, 5'3". What a boss. And there he is with his little dog as well. There's $1 million right there from spinning balls on your fingers. I hope this gives you a sense. Fifth, my beautiful Rebecca. Rebecca's making somewhere between $1,000 and $2,000 a month making candles. She's passionate about candles. She's passionate about all crafts. She realized after reading an article that most candles you buy in places like IKEA or wherever, they're filled with toxins. They're not good for you. So she learned how to make her own candles. She followed her curiosity and creativity. She ordered a load of stuff from China, this 100% organic soy. She learned how to get the canisters, and she learned how to make candles. Now she sells these for $30 to $50 a pop, and she can't make them quickly enough. And if she wanted to spend some more time on it, she spends a few hours a week. This could easily be a 6-figure business, even a 7-figure business, through her love of candles and nice smelly things. And the final case study, I hope this is valuable, Tom Cronin, who I bumped into yesterday, lives in Sydney. Absolute boss, love this dude. He used to be one of the top financial brokers, traders, kind of, what's that, Wolf of Wall Street movie. Kind of crazy, had a bit of a breakdown and realized that meditation helped him to get rid of anxiety and depression. He now has a meditation course, a couple of meditation audios, and he holds these meditation retreats in 5-star locations, in Bali and some in America, I think, beautiful locations in Australia. High 6-figure business. And you know, he talks about meditation. You might think, oh, you know, spirituality, I'm interested in healing or meditation or energy work. High 6-figure business from teaching people how to meditate and from doing him. Like, the dude loves meditation more than anything. I was at Burning Man with him. He didn't go to any parties. All we did was meditate. Pretty cool if you're into that sort of thing. Now, Craigie, yeah, apparently we're all good. The reason I shared these with you is to give you a sense that, you know, these are normal people. These are awesome people, but they started out with a passion. Tom with meditation, James with basketball, Rebecca with candles, Jolie with law of attraction, trippiness, and tapping into that inner masculine, Betty Rocker with her exercise and not going to the gym and helping women feel good about themselves. Can you see how they're all providing value and they're all making 6 or 7 figures? So the biggest insight here from this step of the training, when you provide value and you solve a problem that someone's having, even if, you know, it's a problem that I didn't know people had, you can get paid for almost anything. You can get paid for almost anything. So let's move on to number 2. So now we've claimed and mastered the area that you're going to work in. You want to create a list. You want to create an audience. Here's why. 99.99999% of sales are made after a prospect or a person has discovered you for the first time. You know, if you've ever tried running an ad on Facebook saying buy my stuff, or you've bumped into someone in a coffee shop and said, oh, will you hire me as a coach or a consultant? Or it don't work like that. Yet the vast majority of people, your so-called competition, this is what they do. They pitch, pitch, pitch. I mean, are you on email lists where you just get hammered with deals every single day that just make you switch off? You're not going to make sales the moment you bump into someone. It's the old metaphor of, you know, we want to court someone, we want to build a relationship with them before we jump into bed. Like, we're not jumping in straight away. We're going for the long haul. So most people, as you've probably discovered, sell without providing any value. And as you've probably discovered, this is a sales and relationship killer. And if someone asks you later, what do you think of this dude? He hammered me with all these emails. He got angry when I didn't buy his thing. He was a douchebag. And then you might tell 10 people about that. We ain't going to do that. We're going to approach it from the complete opposite direction. Now, this is the biggest stumbling block for people. They overcomplicate this. They think it's the toughest thing in the world to get an audience, whether online or offline. But once you start building this, I'm going to show you how. That's when you start to share content and you build a relationship. You create value. You help. You serve. You ask how you can help even more. And then, and only then, is when you start making offers. The good news is it is so easy now and so cheap to start building your list. Now, here's how to do it. The first thing you want to do, and make sure you write this down, you create what's called in the industry as a lead magnet. Overcomplicated name. All it is something cool that you give people for free in exchange for them giving you their contact details. So my man Brendan again on the right, this is an example of one of his lead magnets. He doesn't flat out, you go to his website. He doesn't say, here, give me $5,000 for Experts Academy. He doesn't say, just put your name and email here. He says, hey, I've got the 5 times 50 productivity formula. These are 5 habits that will make you 30% more productive in 7 days. That's a pretty cool claim, right? So if you're landing on that page and you're interested in being more productive, guess what? You're going to sign up. You're going to join his list. Now, it doesn't have to be something like Brendan. You can give away a report, an ebook, an audio, an infographic, a video, a webinar, a discovery call, a free coaching session, free advice, a free candle, a free widget, anything, but you give it freely. And what we're trying to do, we're not just trying to give away tech, we're trying to give something away that will actually help our ideal prospect. It will solve their problems, or at least start to, and it will give them value. Immediately from the beginning of the relationship, you're giving value, you're helping, you're serving. The good news is, if you don't want to create this, you can outsource it for a few bucks. Fiverr, various freelancer websites. You know, you can have someone, you could write a blog post and have someone read it out. You could record it. You could even have someone research a topic and create something for you. There is nothing stopping you from doing this, I promise you. Now, I like to create my own things to give away because I want to pour my heart and soul into it. And when you love what you do, so if you did step 1, right, where you figured out what it is that you want to talk about and that you're inspired by it, this should be fun. It honestly doesn't matter what you create, as long as it's something that's of value. So if you want to sell like $10,000 coaching programs, you probably don't want to give them a cheap ebook, but you might want to offer them an hour consultation for free, or a free coaching session, or a strategy session, something like that. If you want to sell meditation audios, it would be good to give them 1 or 3 of the meditation audios up front. Say, here's what I've got. I hope they help you, etc. Now, I was so inspired by this yesterday that, and also I know many of you are still going to be sitting there a little skeptical, saying it's not that easy. It can't possibly be that easy. What I'm going to do now is show you how you can create your first ever opt-in page. That's what they're called. That's the page that hosts the lead magnet. And it just means someone opts in with their name and email, or their phone number, or their address, however you're going to market to them. And I can show you how to do this in 1 minute and 42 seconds. Now, again, let me set the scene. 5, 6 years ago when I started, None of this was available. I had to learn HTML, weird. It's like learning a whole other language, the geek language. It's not for me. It's tough, it gets buggy, it's boring, it's horrible. I'm going to press play on this video and you'll see how I created and how you can create your first website in 1 minute and 42 seconds and start collecting emails. So this uses a bit of software called Leadpages, which is very inexpensive and very cool. Let's have a look. So I've just logged into Leadpages. These are some of the templates that you can use. You literally just choose the one you want. I like this one because it's simple and it's short, and I find they convert best. You click, and look how easy this is. You see there, they've got some example text. This is a pre-head, which means you just introduce an idea. Download this now. I've free video reveals. Get my free ebook. And this is the headline. You just tell people what you've got that's valuable. So in this one, discover how to create your passion and purpose empire in 5 steps. 5 simple steps. That's what we're doing today. And then you can put this bit at the bottom that says, I'm not going to sell your email. I'm not going to, you don't need a credit card. So simple. And then you might want to put a nice picture in. So they've got, hundreds of template pictures you can use. Or you can just upload your own. So, for this one, I'll just put a little picture of me. So I'll say, here you go, download my free video, discover how to do this in 5 simple steps, save. Then I give it a name. Is any of this confusing? I mean, it's literally, if you can type, you're there. You click save, and then you click publish. And with Leadpages, it's really cool because they can publish it for you. Or you can put it on a WordPress blog, or you can put it on Facebook, or you can have your own website. But to be honest, this is the easiest way. You don't need to know any technical stuff at all. You just click the button and voila. There you have it. That's an actual working opt-in page where I could put that on my Facebook, the link to this page, and people would sign up and I'd have my first list. People that you can then, well, I'm going to give you the next steps in a minute. Look, see, it's working. Thank you. And I mean, you can customize all of this. You can make it, a whole lot more sophisticated. But I wanted to give you a glimpse and the visceral feeling inside of this is so simple. And Leadpages is very, very, very inexpensive and highly recommended. So that's how you create your email list. Not that complicated, right? Not earth-shatteringly complex or difficult. Pretty darn simple. So I think it deserves a double boom. We had a boom earlier. Now we got a double boom. I'm gonna have a deep breath. I really hope this is valuable. I think Craigie's in the chat. Is anyone got any questions, Craigie? Are we cool? Are we happy? Excuse me. Now, we're gonna move on to step 3, and that is to discover your audience's biggest problems. This is a big one. Now, what we wanna do is discover what your prospects want. And the best way to do this is understanding their problems and understanding their challenges. Now, most people simply pitch what they have. I'm a coach. Why am I 10 coaching sessions? I'm a meditation teacher. Let me give you this. I have this product. I have this. And it's all about them. Me. None of it's about what their audience wants or needs. None of it is directed towards them. It's all about themselves. And instinctively, subconsciously, we switch off when people are like this. It's repulsive to money, not magnetic. However, conversely, when you understand your audience, you can serve them better, you can provide value, and crucially, shockingly, you can actually help them. You can be that person that ain't constantly pitching. You can be known for that person who is constantly serving, constantly helping. This step alone will differentiate you from 99% of the so-called competition. And I've put it in inverted commas because you're not going to have any competition when you do this. Think about it. If you say you sign up to learn about how to invest in real estate, say that's something that you've wanted to do. You sign up for 2 different services. One of them, you get a pushy salesman on the phone trying to scare you, saying this is going to go away if you don't do it now. You're going to miss out. You're stupid if you don't do this. Everyone else is doing it. Pressure. The other one sends you an email saying, here's an ebook of 10 ways to start thinking about investing in real estate. Then a few days later, they send you an article to something Warren Buffett said, or successful people, what they thought about it. Then a couple of days later, they send you a YouTube video about some of the world's most successful real estate investors, what their biggest tips are. Then a few days later, they invite you to attend an online training or to have a consultation call with them. Which one are you going to be more drawn to? The douchebag who's hammering you on the phone trying to scare you, or the people who really know their stuff, which is obvious because they keep sending you this valuable stuff. They're sharing, they're teaching, they're helping you, and all the while they're increasing their credibility, they're demonstrating authority, and they're being nice human beings by actually helping you and not being a douchebag. When it's time for you to work with a company, which one do you choose? The one who understands you, right? The one who looks after you. Now, how do you do this? You might be wondering. I'm not psychic. It's so easy. You send your list, which we built in the last step, in 1 minute and 42 seconds. We send them a quick email. This email has made multiple six figures in sales, or a variation of this email. All it says is, hey, John, I'm hosting a new training this week, or I'm creating some new coaching programs, or I'm launching a new product. I want to make sure I create the best thing possible that will serve you the most. Would you let me know what you think? Then that link goes to a survey. So before then, you truthfully explain that you're doing this so you can provide more value for whatever it is that you want to sell. But you put a link into a survey, Boss, and Epic News, like this is free. Like you can use SurveyMonkey, they've got paid subscriptions, but you can start off for sure for nothing, for absolutely nothing. You can start to find out what your audience wants, and you can copy this email. I'm going to send you the slides. You can screenshot it now if you're quick. But this is money right here. And more than that, way more than that, is when you get replies, your customers are going to tell you, or your ideal prospects, what their challenges are, what they want, what they've tried in the past, literally whatever you ask them. So I'd say keep your survey to 3 questions, 4 questions max. You don't want to overwhelm people. You want to make it easy. And also for bonus points, give them a gift for completing the survey. So in the PS there, it says, PS, I'll show you something really awesome if you answer these 2 quick questions. Now that could be a video, it could be something you found on YouTube, it could be a great article or blog post, it could be a link, a discount code. You're only limited by your imagination. Now what you gain in return is absolutely priceless because first of all, they feel heard because you want to understand them. You're the only one that's not pitching shit. You're the one that's reaching out saying, how can I help you? How can I make my coaching or my product or my service even better? What are you struggling with? Is there anything you want me to create for you? Secondly, you then they tell you, they say, this is what I need. This is what I've tried and doesn't work. This is my problem. This is my goal. They tell you everything that you could possibly need in order to create something awesome. As a result, your service improves. The value you create increases. Everything goes up because rather than trying to give the world exactly what you think from your ego, you're listening to your market, you're listening to the people you want to help, and then you go and help them based on that. Number 4, the scientific outcome of this is that you bond with your audience. They become not separate from you, but part of a tribe or a community that you genuinely are trying to serve and do better and better at helping them. Finally, you then give them what they want and you help them. Now, whether they become paid customers or whether they just take the free stuff, your karma bank goes up because you're helping, you serving, you're creating value. The law of giving, as Deepak Chopra says, the more you give, the more you receive. Imagine, by now, you've decided on the value that you want to create. We did that in step 1, the questions Brendan asked and more. So you said, this is what I want to focus on. This is what I'm passionate about. Next, you started to create a list of prospects in 1 minute and 42 seconds. So easy, so simple. You have something that you're exchanging. It's a free coaching session. It's a report, an infographic, a video, whatever, anything, a free product, a free sample. Third, you've asked your audience, what do you need? What do you want? What's holding you back? And you've learned something absolutely priceless, how your audience wants to be served, how they want to be helped. Next, it's time to actually step up and be that awesome person by helping them. So step 4 is to provide value. And this is the most important step of the whole lot. It's the biggest step. It's the one where you're going to spend the most time. That's me with Frank Kern, who is by far the best marketing teacher I've ever had. I've spent tens of thousands of dollars with this man. And the biggest thing he taught me was how to provide value and why it is so critical and why that is the thing that's going to make you happy in life more than anything else, by serving and by helping. Here's the deal. We want to freely and repeatedly and consistently provide as much value as we can. Frank calls this providing results in advance, RIA, aka showing you can help your audience, shockingly, by actually helping them. Results in advance, and that means results in advance of a sales pitch, results in advance of them becoming a client, results in advance of us asking them for anything. This is us saying, I can help you, I understand your challenges, here's something that's going to help you. And if you don't, you can do, obviously this works great in online businesses, or if you want to be a coach or a consultant or an expert, but you can do this in almost any business. I mean, if you're a plumber, you can help by adding value, by helping people. Here's a report on how to fix your own toilet, 10 steps. You know that people ain't going to want to fix their own toilet, right? We want stuff done for us. A lot of people struggle with this because we think, I can't give away my best secrets. So Danny Green, who's been a great client of mine and he's grown so much over the last couple of years, he started teaching this real trippy energy works, getting amazing results. But last year I was having a little row with him because he was scared. I don't want to give away the best bits for free. I don't want to give too much. It's like, dude, you got it all wrong, man. You don't want to hold shit back. You inhibit the flow of creativity, of ideas. You just want to share all day, every day. Like I give, yesterday I went to this new restaurant that opened up, and the guy's an entrepreneur. I'm giving him like 7-figure advice freely. I'm not charging him. I'm not trying to position it as you can hire me. I'm just giving because that's me, because I want to help them. I want to help people boss up, make money doing what they love, feel abundant, feel spiritually connected, enjoy life, be grateful. So you live and breathe your Dharma. That's why it's so important to go back to that Alan Watts bit from the beginning. This ain't about the money. This is about what do you love to do? And then the money will come when you additionally follow these steps that I'm giving you. So simple, but absolutely true. If you only write down one thing today, write down this. The more value I give, the better results I'll get. Or the more value I give, the more money I'll make. The more value I create, the more clients I create. It is one of the most beautiful truths about business I've ever discovered. That when you stop trying to get money, when you stop trying to come up with that $1 million idea or invention, or you stop doing that thing that isn't really you, and you start serving, you start showing up and helping and creating and guiding people, even if that means guiding them to your so-called competition, even if it means saying no to the money now. When you start living in alignment with that, people are going to feel it. Now, big abundance clue rather, give your audience whatever they ask for in your survey, right? This ain't rocket science, I know. But let's say, so in my world, in my market, people tell me again and again the things they struggle with are money, limiting beliefs, and how to actually create a business. Over and over and over again. They struggle with money, they're stuck in lack and scarcity, and or they don't believe in themselves, they have limiting beliefs, and or, well, I'm doing this inner work on my abundance beliefs, but I don't know how to start creating a product or how to get an audience or how to sell. So what have I done? In the last year, I did UMS, Ultimate Manifesting System, a 5-week course, sold out $1,500, which teaches people how to get clear on what they want, how to create abundance. Then I did the Beliefs Blueprint, which sold out at $528, which is all about limiting beliefs, how to let go of them, NLP, so on, and etc. Those sold out in like a couple days each, and they're expensive programs, right? The reason why, because the first real time I read thousands of survey answers, which is how many I get now, and I was like, holy shit, you keep telling me the same thing over and over again. I'm being blind because I'm trying to create all these different things. So I focused on serving my audience, serving my tribe, my community, however you want to spin it. And even if you've got 10 people on your list and you get 2 answers, you serve them 2 people. And then in the Big Life, which was a multi-million-dollar business, we sent out a survey once a month, like on autopilot, because we knew that people would feel listened to. We'd get incredible information on how we can serve better. And also we can figure out, we shouldn't waste our time doing this because this is not what people want or need right now. So you give, shockingly, give people what they want freely. And the golden rule, please follow this one. The world does not need more douchey marketers or people trying to sell, sell, sell. Instead, practice the golden rule. Always, 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 always give value before you ask for anything. Now, very briefly, here's the art and science of providing value. This is awesome. When you meet your prospects for the first time, there's a very good chance they like this little emoji here. They're sad. Why? Well, because they've just opted in, whether they've given, they've booked a coaching call with you, or they've signed up for your email list, or they've in some way volunteered and said, I've got this problem. I've got this challenge. That's why people are attracted to you, because they think you have something that might help them. Now, the ultimate goal is they want to be boss. They want to be happy. We all want to be happy. Or in your case, maybe it's they want to clear their chakras so they can make more money. Or maybe they want to learn how to lose weight and keep it off. Maybe they want to learn how to be a better parent. They want to learn how to be a better HR director. Maybe they want to, whatever it is. But every human who comes into contact with you is going from the one on the left, I'm sad, I've got this problem, and they want to move to the one on the right. They want a transformation. There's a journey, right? Now, our job is to help them along the way. This is how we do it. Now, shout out to Frank Hearn, because he taught me this, and it's very, very closely modeled with him, but it's so simple and it works. So here's what we do. We break down that journey into milestones, because we're experts, right? This is our passion. We know what we're doing. So we look at it and go, okay, so here's 3 or 4 or 5 or 10 steps that you need to take. So if you're going from fat to thin, here's 5 tips, or 5 bits of advice, or 5 videos, or 5 ways that you can learn. So here's an example to give you a sense. So I'd love you to draw these pictures out on your page, and you just want to draw the line and you start to plot out, well, what could it be? So let's use the example of meditation. So my man, Tom Cronin, teaches this. So maybe the thing that you're great at, your dharma, the thing you love to do is to teach people how to meditate. But if it's not that, it doesn't matter. Whatever, fill in the blanks. But if you are this meditation teacher, then you're going to have a pretty good idea of people's challenges, right? Plus, you've read your survey results. Your audience has said to you, these are the problems we're having. So you look down and you build a little plan for them, a little framework, as Brendan Burchard calls it, or a blueprint, or a template. But you might say, well, look, the first thing you've got to do, well, before you get carried away with meditation, you have to learn how to breathe and focus on your breath. So maybe you send an email teaching people how to do that, or you link to a YouTube video, or you create a summary of the 4 best breathing techniques, or you find some way to add value, but you say to people, hey guys, I know you struggle to meditate. Here's my first step. Focus on the breath. You're going to immediately come into your body. You'll feel more present. Try this. Let me know how you get on. Boom, added value. Then maybe the next day or a couple of days later, you say, well, now you've done the breathing, but you probably notice your mind is crazy, right? It's got a monkey mind. It's going nuts. Well, here's my top 3 ways to quieten your mind. Tips. And again, you could do it on an email, blog post. You could have someone create an infographic for $20. You could record yourself talking into your iPhone and send them the audio clip. There's a million different ways. You could say, here are my favorite 5 videos on how to quieten your mind. It doesn't matter if you created it or not. Like, if you are the human who signed up for this list, whose biggest problem is I'm stressed and anxious and depressed, oh my God, I hate my life, I'm thinking of killing myself because things are so bad. And you say to them, hey, have you ever had these dark thoughts? Well, don't worry, I used to too. Here's what I did to quieten my mind. It don't matter if the tip comes from you or if you just send them a YouTube video or you recommend a book. If you help that person quieten their mind, you've changed their life. Boom. Then a couple of days later, you might say, now you've done that, let's go a little bit more advanced. I found that these are my best 5 mantras, or top 7 mantras for abundance. Or have you ever wondered what a mantra is? It's a confusing word, right? Here's mantra for dummies, whatever. Value. And then maybe the 4th one is, oh, well, now you've done all this. The biggest key is you turn it into a daily practice. Here's how. Here's my top 4 tips, or here's how I did it. And then on day 5, you say, hey guys, hope you enjoyed this week's free training. If you want to learn how to meditate, I've got 10 meditation audios that take away all the challenge for you. Sign up here. That's when you do the pitch. I'm going to show you how to pitch properly in a minute. I really, really hope this makes sense. Craigie, let me know if we're good. But this is the journey. This is what I want you to spend the most time on. When you're thinking about creating something, make sure that you've asked your audience what they want, and then you chunk it down. What's the big goal? I want to meditate. I want to lose weight. I want to get rich. I want to be happy. I want to be famous. I want to be the best sales director in the world. I want to have amazing kids. Whatever the goal of your audience is, just ask yourself, what are 3 or 4 or 5 road marks, like little steps that they can take? And really what we're doing here as well, and I'm going deep here, and this is, again, what my 20 grand clients would be getting. We want to really make it easy for your audience to succeed. Baby steps. We want them to feel that energy, the feeling, the satisfaction of being successful. Like if we started in this example, the meditation example, if we started with, here's the most complex meditation Sanskrit chants you ever hear, then we run the risk of alienating and making it worse for our audience. But when we start with that simple thing, how to breathe, something really simple. If you want to lose weight, well, the first thing might be, write down what you eat today. Just keep an eye on it. Something that they can succeed at and feel good. We take them on that journey. We do this freely. We do it with love. And in our mind, at no point are we thinking, oh, this is going to sneakily get them to buy stuff. We're doing it out of love and dharma and passion. People will feel that. They'll feel the congruency. So if you're unsure, if I haven't given you enough examples, here's some ways you can provide value. Teach something. This is how I love to do it. You can do it on video, webinars, audios, any way you choose. You might want to take pictures and send them out. Behind me, when I come back to the video, you'll see this beautiful picture. There's a dude who takes pictures every day around Bondi Beach where I live. He sends them out for free. He's got about 100,000 people on his mailing list now. He makes multi-million dollars a year. This print behind me, 4 grand. Like, the dude makes some dough by sending out pictures for free. That's his value. He just likes taking pictures. You could give a free coaching session or a free sales training or a free something, a session where if you want to sell services or consulting, you take an hour with someone, you give freely. This is how I started out. You might not want to create your own product. You might not want to be a consultant or a coach or an entrepreneur, but maybe you have got 500 meditation audios. Wouldn't it be valuable if someone just getting into meditation, if you could say, these are the best 3, these are the best 5, I'm going to write a review, or I'm going to talk into my iPhone, or I'll put the webcam on my computer and just talk and say, aren't you confused by all the meditation audios? Well, in a recent survey, you told me that there's so much choice, you don't know which ones are good. Here's my top 3. Here's why I like them. I built a 6-figure business by doing that. Incredible. You could share tips, advice, insights. You can give away free samples. If you want to sell candles, you could say, here, when you sign up, I'll send you a free mini candle. And you could even negotiate a better price for people and put special bonuses in. So maybe they're buying something, I don't know, like a 1970s BMW. Maybe you're the world expert. You love those 70s BMWs more than anything. Or maybe you could help people, guide them into the right place to get new tires for the car, or to get a new windscreen wiper because they're not in production anymore. Anything that you can add value in, stuff that you know and are passionate about and are geeky about, basically, you can find a way to get paid for it. False. You really are only limited by your imagination, which deserves the old triple boom. So actually, I'm just going to come back for a minute before we get into part 3. You can't write to me, I can't connect with you today because of the old technical mishap, but I really hope you're finding this valuable and enjoying it. Those 5 steps, I know, of course, that there's more to it. Like, we're going to, you have to go over the challenges of creating the value and having the courage to be out there and to take the steps. But for those of you that work with me over the course of next year, that's what we're going to be doing together. But I really hope I've given you a sense, both with the case studies of those normal people who are bossing it and doing this, and also these 5 simple steps to decide this is what I'm going to focus on, to start building a list, an audience. And you don't have to do it online. I mean, it's really easy to, because then when you meet people, you can just give them the website or the business card with the website on, and they just give you their name, email, address, whatever. But you could do it differently if you want, but it's a really simple way. Then you ask them what they want, what their problems are. Then you give them help and service and value. And then finally, after all that, that's when you ask for the sale. And in the next final bit of the training, I'm going to teach you how to do that. how to sell like a boss. By the way, this is the picture. This is the guy making multi-million dollars. He takes the pictures every day, he sends them out for free, and then there's a link saying if you want to buy this, $4,000 for that one, the little one's $3,000. Not everyone's going to buy it, but every day people get value because they get to see nice pictures. Pretty boss. Anyway, with that said, let's get stuck in. Now, this is, again, I don't want to over-egg this, but when I work with the biggest names in personal growth, and I've also worked in the business world with companies like IBM and Virgin and GE, God, I've forgotten most of them, but big blue chip companies, this is the same stuff. This is what I'm teaching, and this is the exact same. Doesn't matter what you want to sell. Human beings, we're the same. You know, whether you're selling coaching or a widget or a candle or a 9-week transformation program, humans are influenced the same way. We want to feel certain experiences. We want to have an emotional experience, and we want to be, above all, understood and not treated like a douchebag by crappy salespeople. So it doesn't matter right now if you're scared of selling, if you hate the thought of asking for money, if you've never done it, or if you think you're bad at it, or if nobody knows who you are yet, or if you always get tongue-tied, or if you always say the wrong thing, any of that. I've got the most easy to follow, simple template that means not everyone's going to say yes. I'm not going to bullshit you. The vast majority of people will say no. It's the nature of sales, whether online or in person. But when you go through this 7-step process, you're going to be given value, you're going to be seen as an expert, and you're not going to be seen as a douchebag, which means even if they don't buy it, it's good karma, it's good vibes, and over time, people are going to come back to you again and again and again. That's why this is a long-term thing. So let's do it. I'm going to go back to the screen. Now let's see. Screen share. Let's do it. Let's do it. Okay, so this is part 3, and it's how to make sales like a boss. Like a boss. AKA, time for you to start getting paid doing what you love. And as my man Tom Cruise, Jerry Maguire, show me the money. Show me the money. So look, before I give you this 7-step formula, if you're still unsure what you might be able to sell, here's a few ideas. Advice, coaching, your expertise, teaching, healing, energy work, hypnosis, NLP, anything that serves people, how-to advice. Next, you might want to create something that they can download over the internet. We've made great businesses building, you know, video courses or audios or ebooks, some kind of information, and putting it up on an old website. Third, you might love being around people, so you could organize seminars or events or mastermind groups for you or for others. You could create books, CDs, or other forms of intellectual property. You can create membership programs. So we did with Abundance Book Club. It's already a 6-figure business. They're great because they're, you know, people are in a tribe together. There's a shared sense of energy. They're fun. You get to send people cool stuff, which is always fun. You could sell other people's products, which is easy. This is affiliate marketing. Amazon has an affiliate program. You're not going to get rich off of that probably, but Tony Robbins has affiliate programs. All kinds of companies nowadays have affiliate programs where all you do is say, hey, this is a really good product. Here's the link. And when someone clicks your link, you get a cut. You don't even have to create your own product. You literally get paid for selling someone else's thing, for reviewing it. Lots of people I know nowadays are importing stuff from China and then putting it on eBay or Amazon, usually with some kind of value add, and they make money doing that. And Amazon fulfills it. Nuts. Or a million other things. I hope with the 6 case studies I give you, you get a sense that you can sell almost anything. So here's how to do it. First, you want to state the big benefit. Any sales conversation you have, you want to start with the benefit, the results, or the transformation that you're going to give or your client will go through. So my man Steve Jobs didn't get up on stage and say, this is an iPhone with 12 gigs of memory. What he said was, imagine that you, wherever you are in the world, you have your entire music library with you. And imagine that you are connected to everyone on earth. And imagine you've got lightning fast internet and unlimited millions of opportunities to play and learn and share, all in this one device. I mean, I'm paraphrasing, But my man Steve knew how to make a benefit statement. He didn't say, "Hi, I've got this 5-week coaching program." He would have said, "Imagine me and you over the next 5 weeks. What we're going to do is we're going to go on a journey where you're going to learn how to lose this weight and keep it off forever. Or you're going to learn how to let go of scarcity. Or you're going to learn how to become the single best and most well-known HR director." I know a few HR directors, that's why it keeps coming up. We want to look at the benefit or the transformation. So a few examples of benefit statements. Tom's is similar to this. Actually, he was one of my clients. Discover how you can experience a fast, deep, and effortless meditation every single time, even if you struggled to meditate in the past. Compare that to, I've got 10 meditation tracks. Which one creates the picture in your imagination? Which one gets you by the emotion? Which one helps you to experience the transformation in advance? Next, this was pretty much the Beliefs Blueprint, which was a 6-figure business for us last year. Discover how you can release your limiting beliefs and install new empowering beliefs in your subconscious mind. Much better than 5-week course about beliefs. Release your limiting beliefs. That's the benefit. That's the transformation. Next, imagine you're a coach and someone says to you, what do you do? Well, I show my clients how to close more coaching clients fast, ethically, effectively, without having to know online marketing, without having to be a salesman. You're giving them the transformation. You're not saying, I've got 6 weeks of coaching available and it's $30 a week or $300 a week. We're looking at the transformation. Discover how you can get paid for your life's work, for living your passion and purpose. Discover how you can get 6-pack abs in 8 minutes a day. Discover what it feels like to live with complete time, location, freedom. We want to paint a picture. Discover the very best chakra audios on the planet, which effortlessly cleanse your chakras so that you experience more abundance and joy and prosperity. We want to paint the vivid picture, and we do that up front. We do that at the start. Then we move on to step number 2. We go into that problem again. I told you this was priceless, and it comes into this. We talk about the big problem that your prospect faces. So some examples are, you say, so I help coaches to explode their coaching practice without X, Y, and Z. Now, here's why. The biggest problem that coaches tell me again and again is how to get clients congruently, which means so many people are going broke. They're not sharing their message with the world. They're dying with their light inside them, and they're not having that impact they're supposed to. That's the problem. And also they don't get started, or they procrastinate, whatever. They'll tell you their biggest problem when you survey them. Then you give it to them. Next, the biggest problem with meditation is making it a daily practice and being able to silence your mind. Without this, you won't see the results that you want. That's why I help you by working with you every single day to make it a daily practice and being there with you to help you silence your mind or whatever. Next, the biggest problem for most abundance seekers is not having a vehicle to create money for them. They rely on magical thinking, wishing, and hope, which invariably leads to scarcity and being broke. And the reason we're doing this is not to be an arsehole or be mean, but it's to people only change and create transformation in their lives if they're aware that there's something they're moving away from as well as moving towards. So this is us looking after our clients by saying, look, I want you to think about it. If you don't solve this problem that you told me you had, what does it mean for you? If you said your biggest goal this year is making money and you don't learn how to create a business, what do you think is going to happen? Like, what will change for you unless you learn how to do this? Now, you definitely don't want to overdo this, in my belief, because I don't think you should twist the knife and make people feel awful, but we want to bring them into their problem. So at the very least, they can say, you know what, this is something that's important to me. You're doing your clients a disservice if you skip through this. And a lot of people struggle with this, especially heart-centered people, because we're like, oh, I don't want to be mean. I don't want to put too much attention. But even if you introduce it like this, so if someone says, well, tell me what you do. I help people who are struggling with limiting beliefs around money to let go of that and to install new beliefs so that they can create money doing what they love. The reason I do this, let me know if you agree with this, is because My clients tell me over and over again that if you've grown up for 50 years with limiting beliefs, it's really hard to let go of them. This means that you get walked over at work, you're in your relationships, you never feel confident, and you're uncertain of yourself. This means that depression goes up, people are stressed. Does that resonate with you? Is that something that you've heard? And you can even say, most of my clients tell me these things. Does this relate to you? Which means you're having a conversation. You're not pitching, you're getting a back and forth. Now, number 3, that's when you tell your story. That's when you share why you, and this isn't about showing off, it isn't about listing your accomplishments, but it's to demonstrate you're in alignment with them, you've been through it, you can help them. Now, get this, all powerful stories have suffering to begin with. You wouldn't go to a movie if it was just happy ending, no drama, no conflict. There's got to be suffering. Then there's a moment of decision, and then there's a transformation as a result. So some great stories, examples that you might have heard. Brendan Burchard, we heard him talk about the car crash and how he thought his life was over, but then he learned there were only 3 important questions: live, love, matter. Tony Robbins tells the story again and again of how he was so broke, he gave his last $7 to a kid, and then he was like, I've got to find a way to make this work. See, stories stick with us. They stay in our imagination. We've been read stories since we're a kid. It's something indelibly in the human psyche, I believe. So much better than listing the features of your coaching program or your product or service and boring people and seeing their eyes glaze over. Instead, we tell stories. Me, I talk about how I was depressed, I was broke, I was sleeping on a beanbag, I got held up in an armed robbery, and it made me realize life is short and that we haven't got time to be miserable. Like, we've got to embrace this life. Lisa Nichols, a client of mine, she was on food stamps in LA. She couldn't feed her son, so she had to find a way. My man Asaraf, he was a tough kid, got in trouble with the law, but then he met a mentor who taught him to take 100% responsibility, and he found a way out, sort his life out. These stories all follow that same pattern, that conflict, that moment of decision, that change, and then the result. And this is how I recommend you speak to your clients. I'll give you some more examples of that one later. Number 4, once you've shared your story, so, you know, if you're healing people, once you've told them this is the big benefit, this is the transformation you're getting, you've shared with them the problem, the challenge. Would you agree that most people are suffering from this? Well, look, before I tell you about what I do, let me just share my story so you understand. Just 3 years ago, I was struggling with X, Y, and Z challenges, but then things were so bad, I made a decision, I learned this, and everything changed. Now, I feel awesome, I've got these results, I'm helping clients do the same. The next step, once you've done that and you've shared your story, is to show why you or your product is different or unique. Shout out my man 2 Chainz there. I'm different. Yeah, I'm different. You got to be unique. This is probably something that might take you a while to get the hang of. It's taken me years to get to the point where I can congruently, fully just be me without any kind of professional me in the way, so to speak. But the more weird and absolutely congruent to who you are, the better you're going to do. People feel it. So some great questions to think about. How are you, or how is your product or service unique? What's different about it? Can it get your clients the results that they want faster or easier or better or more effortlessly or in 5 simple steps compared to anyone else? Do they get one-on-one help or guidance? Is there something that you can offer that no one else does or will? Do they get extras? So, for example, we send all of our high-ticket clients champagne in the post. Boss, who else sends champagne out? Not many. We send surprises. We send all sorts because we want to be unique and remembered, but we love giving. But what can you do to make your customers feel special? Are you more fun or younger or older or more experienced or more loving or more something than anyone else? How can you use that to your advantage? And have you created a step-by-step framework? A done-for-you solution? All you do is listen, something like that. You know, meditation audios. You haven't even got to meditate on your own. All you do is listen. These are unique. They're powered by X, Y, and Z. My healing process is unique. The way I help you get coaching clients is unique because, and then you tell them. But in short, we're a lazy bunch, human beings. We want things done better, faster, easier, more effortlessly. We want frameworks. We want step-by-step guides. I mean, we want people to do it for us usually. So the closer you can get to making your product or service fit that, the better. Number 5, what we do then, once we've explained why it's different, why it's awesome, why someone would love it, is we control the comparison. This is one that not a lot of people know about. What we want to do is make sure that we control how people view basically the price of the product or service. Now, here's why. Almost everyone, when you name your price for whatever it is, doesn't matter if it's a $10 ebook or a $50,000 coaching program or $1 million bit of technology, the first thing 90% of people are going to say is, whoa, that sounds expensive. And what we want to do is ask the question in various forms, well, compared to what? Compared to what? Yes, $10,000 compared to $100 is expensive, but not if that $10,000 is going to get you 100 grand back. So, as an example, you might say, yeah, well, if someone says to you, well, that's a lot more expensive than I'm used to. You want $100 an hour as a coach. My friend said she'd do it for $30 an hour. Well, okay, I understand that, but these are two different things. The level of one-on-one coaching and support and guidance you're getting from me is usually only found in the $10,000 programs. Now, obviously, you have to make sure all of this is true. You can't bullshit people, and you shouldn't. But what we want to do is to take away this idea that people have, and it is a knee-jerk reaction, that's too expensive, by introducing comparisons to help them understand. So, for example, say you charge $300 a month for your coaching or whatever it is you want to sell. You could say, they will say $300 a month, that's a lot. Well, okay. But when you think about it, what it means is we work together for a month for only $10 a day. Now, if you think about that, that's the price of a sandwich, right? Or a sandwich and a cup of coffee. In exchange for transforming your life, or in exchange for learning how to do X, Y, and Z, or in exchange for this awesome candle that I created, or whatever the thing is. So what we want to do is control the frame of reference. I ain't talking about mind control or anything sinister. I just mean that human beings, 95% of them are going to say, no, too expensive. And what we want to do is anticipate that and help reframe it. This isn't pressuring. It's just saying, okay, you might think $10,000 a year is expensive, but what I'm teaching you for $10,000 is what made me $1 million this year. So if I made $1 million and I'm only charging you 10,000, wouldn't you pay 10,000 for $1 million? Wouldn't you pay 10,000 for 50 grand? You're just controlling that comparison. You're understanding that it is human nature to object. And rather than panicking and going, oh no, they're making a judgment on me, which is what most people do. Oh, they said no, they said it's too expensive, I've got to lower my prices. You say, well, have you thought about it this way? Yes, absolutely. This is deliberately more expensive than my competition. However, you're also getting this widget that you told me you needed in the survey, or you're also getting my personal email. You're also getting this exclusive bonus. You're also getting an hour one-on-one call with me. You're also getting something extra in addition. Number 6, risk reversal. This is a really simple one. Basically, you want to take away all the risk. You want to make it very easy for people to say yes. So you offer rock solid guarantees wherever possible, Flat out say to them, if you don't love this, what you will do, I will refund your money. I will send this back to you. I will give you $500 for wasting your time. I will do this for you. We want to make it absolutely no-brainer. People get the scarcity vibe and they're like, there's no way I'm going to give a 60-minute coaching session if there's a chance of a refund. But then that just, to me, that's you not backing yourself. Like, there are going to be people who take advantage of you and who ask for refunds when they've got value from the product. Human nature. There's the same people who steal movies or downloads or all kinds of shit. Doesn't matter. We're not catering to them. We're catering to our ideal prospects. And the ideal prospect, if you're anything like me, you want to know that if you're doing business with someone for the first time or even the 10th time, if it doesn't go to plan, how will you look after me? Is there a chance you're going to run off with my money? No. Here's why. You can get a refund in 2 easy clicks. Let us know at any point in the next year if you're not satisfied, and we'll give you your money back. If you don't love it, I'll give you a refund, and I'll even send you a box of cookies to say sorry for wasting your time. Boom. Make working with you a no-brainer, an absolute no-brainer. Also here, testimonials work great, case studies, happy customers. I mean, think if you've been on Airbnb or Amazon or any of these websites, you read the reviews, right? You want to see what other people are saying. So if you can say, look, I can imagine that you're a bit uncertain right now about whether to, buy my coaching program. Here's what my 5 latest clients have to say about working with me. Each one of these strategies or ideas, here's some case studies, here's some testimonials, here's the guarantee, here's what happens if it doesn't work. They all just claw away a little bit of risk. They make it easier for your prospect to say yes. What we say to our clients, which is true, we're a family business. It's me and my brother, and we look after you like family. That's our so-called customer service. That means, I look after you like you're my brother. If you have a problem, we solve it instantly. Mind Valley, I learned so much from about this. If someone isn't satisfied with what you do, don't argue, don't bitch, don't complain. Immediately take away their problem and over-deliver. Like we've had people say, I didn't like this course. We give them their money back. We give them another course, give them a $1,000 course. Here you go, take this. Over deliver. We send gifts in the post. We write little notes. We send champagne. And, we're getting better and better and better at it. You want to take away all the risk. You want to over deliver, give massive value, because that's what's going to get people working with you again and again. And then the final magical step after all of that is to simply ask for the sale. By now, at this point, it's not about magic words or sales tricks. You've taken people through a journey. You've shared a transformation they can go through that is aligned with the transformation that they want. You've brought attention to their problems. You've introduced your solution. You've compared you've controlled the comparison to make sure they're not thinking, oh God, that's too much. They're thinking of it in terms of, wow, that really does make sense. Then you've taken away all the risk. Then and only then do you say, is this something that sounds good to you? Do you want to sign up? And there's no magic Jedi mind tricks or anything that work better than going through this process and then saying, is that something that sounds cool? Do you want to give this a go? So look, some big insights about asking for money. Remember this, drill this into your mind, your subconscious over and over. The worst case is a no. So many people get so scared or weird or insecure thinking it's about them or they're being judged. Look, the worst thing that can happen is you hear a 2-letter word. That's it. It's not a big deal. The more you can understand this is a game and it's fun and it really doesn't matter if you win or lose, you call. The worst case here is a no. It's not as if someone's going to pull a machete out and start chopping you up. Like there's nothing scary. They're not going to take away your home or anything. It's just, you might hear no. That's cool. That's the worst case. Best case, they say yes. We also want to make it very, very easy for people to say no. Zero pressure, zero tricks, zero bullshittery. Reason why, at first people will feel it and you'll only attract people who are easily bullied by others, which is not good people to be working with, I would say. But also, we've talked about this throughout this training, haven't we? Like so many so-called business people and entrepreneurs and marketers and coaches, and all they do is hammer you with offers and it feels weird and we end up not liking them. Whereas when you are that one person in your industry that's like, look, here's this thing, I think it's amazing, here's the transformation, I think you'll love it, but if not, that's cool too. When you're that person, no, honestly, no pressure. If it ain't right for you now, don't worry about it. When you're that guy or that lady, people come back to you again and again and again and again. Next, this is a spiritual truth, but the less attached you are to the result, the better you're going to do. Try not to get caught up in making it about, I must make this sale. That's not the game. Really, the biggest game is getting called with being told yes or no, because when you're there, you instantaneously magnetize more. If you make it your goal to really understand your prospect and to position your service the best of your ability, let go of the need to sell or not sell. Like just the less attached you are, the better you're going to do, the better your prospect will feel, whether online or in person or even in a letter or an email, they're going to feel it if you're attached or not. So let go. You're cool. When asking for money and saying your number, practice it in the mirror 1,000 times out loud until you can keep a straight face. Dan Kennedy taught me this one as well. Like if you want to put your prices up to $1,000 an hour or $1,000 a session or $100 a session, whatever it is, until you can look yourself dead in the eye and say it with a straight face and believe that you're worth that, no one else is gonna feel it. You have to be certain that this is like the greatest deal, that I cannot believe I'm giving it away at this price. When you've got that vibe, that's when people are going to feel it and they're going to feel attracted. Play a game of collecting no's. Like rather than trying to collect yeses, literally just practice. Say, I want to get 50 no's this week. Can I find 50 people to tell me no, they don't want to buy this? And that will help you overcome your fear of needing to sell or being attached and more. Finally, remember this. This is true. One of my great sales mentors taught me this, and it really did change my life. Simple yet profound. Every single no you get is one step closer to that yes. For reals. I know it sounds, like a Hallmark type card, but it's also, scientifically true. If you get told no, well, you're one step closer to that eventual yes. If you keep asking, if you keep learning, if you keep following this system, you are going to get to that yes. So basically, dirt off your shoulder, enjoy it, let go, don't be attached. And remember, the very, very worst case here is someone's going to tell you no. And then you can try again. Now, here's some of my closing lyrics, because I know you're going to want a few of the magic words, just in case. Here's some ways that you can offer your product or service and get money in return. Based on what we discussed today, is this something that sounds valuable to you? Yes? Okay. Should we get started now? Here's what you need to do. Boom, simple. Your investment today for this year of coaching is $10,000. Should we lock it in now? Are you ready to sign up? Should we do this now? Are you good? Are you in? See, this is the thing. When you're at this point, because you've gone through the entire process, and remember, you've been providing value up until this point, you don't need a Jedi mind trick. All you need to do is look yourself dead in the eye in the mirror, be able to say it. Look, the price is X. Should we sign up? That's it. It doesn't have to be more complicated. I have an availability for my chakra coaching next month. Would you like to claim that space now before it sells out? I'll just need a deposit of $200 now, or I'll need payment in full now. Would you like to take this spot before someone else takes it? Fear of loss. Humans are very driven by that as well, although, be careful with that one. And we only have 30 free spaces. Would you like to take one before we sell out? Scarcity again. Based on everything you've told me and everything we've discussed, this seems like a really good match, right? Should we get you signed up now that we're both here? Here's the thing. Sign this now, please. That's it. And if you ever watch my webinars or the Big Life or anything, the sales pitch is pretty much that. Look, here's the thing. Here's the transformation. Here's the problem it solves. Here we take away all the risk. Here's why it's unique. Here's the deal. Would you like to sign up now? If not, no worries. If you do, great. Here's how to do it. Pretty simple. That is how you sell almost anything. State the big benefit, the transformation, or the problem you solve. Make that problem real and visceral in the mind, heart, and soul when you prospect. But don't be a douchebag. Be sensitive. But don't gloss over this. Make sure that if you are selling this thing that you believe is the most amazing thing ever and they need it, then it's your duty to say, look, this is the problem this will solve. Third, share your story to demonstrate that you've been through this and to make yourself a human. And remember, we remember stories. We don't remember the pitch. We don't remember the magic words. We remember that Brendan Bouchard is the dude who crashed the car and he got these 3 questions. He's built a multi $10 million, $100 million business off the basis of that. I mean, he's an absolute boss. Got nothing but love for my man. I've learned a lot, but that's the power of a story. Next, we want to show why we're unique and different. It makes things faster or easier or more simple. We are unique. And then we control that comparison, because everyone is going to say the same thing. That's too expensive. Well, compared to what? Oh, I see. Well, funny you should say that. Yes, my client, yes, this competitor only charges half what I charge, but they don't do X, Y, and Z. Right. Next, take away any risk, guarantees, testimonials, make it easy, look after them, customer service. And after all of that, ask for money. That's it. Then you say, here's what to do next. Sign up here. Boss. Deep breath. Despite the technical mishap at the start, you have discovered my 5 steps to creating your passion and purpose empire this year. And you've learned how to sell. And you've also learned those 8 beautiful reasons why you would want to do this. And I shared those 6 case studies as well of 6 awesome but very normal people who are making tremendous living doing what they love from anywhere in the world, like a boss. So now, as promised, what I'm going to do is talk about how you can get the Lifestyle Freedom Trilogy, which is 5K's worth of value, completely free. And also I'm going to demonstrate some of the principles that I just shared. So there's 3 4-week programs taking place next year. How to Make Millions with Your Words, Boss, Webinar Wealth in Q2, and Lifestyle Liberation in Q3. So we're going to be working together over the course of a year. Let's have a look. In terms of the transformation, what you're going to learn is step by step how to create freedom in your time and your work, where you live, your emotions, your spirituality, and of course, crucially, your money as well. The way we do this is you're going to discover how to make a great living from your passions and purpose anywhere in the world as quickly as possible. So now I'm talking about the benefits and the transformation, right? If you're following along, if you're checking them off. This helps you to provide massive value to your audience, which makes you feel good and also creates goodwill and is just a nice thing to do. And also you'll learn how to create passive income doing what you love and what I believe you were sent here to do. I think we all have a purpose, like something that makes us come alive that we're uniquely good at. I'm going to help you to make money from that thing, from that magic thing that feels just like you. Now, here's why you might want this. You're going to be the first ever to get the exact same blueprint that I used to create 10 million plus in the last 3 years. I'll be guiding you and working with you step by step, literally looking over your shoulder and working in a small group to help you create your ideal lifestyle, ideal business, and your ideal income. That's the plan. And what this means to you in terms of the benefits and the experience you have of life, you're going to be able to create as much abundance, feel this feeling of well-being that just grows, and success as well by living your dharma, your passion, your purpose. This is, as I've mentioned earlier, is really an unfair way to be living life in many ways, because you will feel alive and inspired and creative and on purpose, whereas most people are not. They're floundering. They're living, as Henry David Thoreau said, these lives of quiet desperation. So you will have this advantage at a deep spiritual level as well. In short, imagine designing your life and your work exactly how you want it, so you start to live every day with more passion, purpose, prosperity, positivity, and more. Probably other words, not beginning with P as well. Now, I believe that I can help anyone who's committed to create the lifestyle freedom of your dreams and have the most incredible and memorable year of your life in 2017. But there's a big ass problem. Now follow through. So now we're moving on to the step where I introduce the problem. Now you've got to create a vehicle for your abundance and ideal lifestyle. And that's my vehicle, Rafe. Love that, the roles. But here's the thing. In this industry and with my 100,000 subscribers, the thing I hear over and over again is that most people are wishing and hoping for money and abundance and for living this dream life. They're hoping it falls in their lap. They're not creating it. They're not going out with a plan. They're waiting for it to find them. They're visualizing, they're praying, but they're not doing what they need to do. Now, as a result, they've got no clue how to get started manifesting money, following your passion and purpose. Many of us in this world, heart-centered world, are incredibly fearful or insecure or almost allergic to asking for money, or to feeling worthy of asking for money, of even believing that my time is worth $100 or $1,000 or $10,000 an hour. We've got a lot of limiting beliefs and fears wrapped up in that. And as a result, you're not getting the results that you want. Now, this is the problem that I'm solving, and this is the big problem in my audience, is that the number one goal by far is create abundance doing what I love. But the biggest problem is that the vast majority of people suffering that challenge, they haven't got a plan. They haven't got that vehicle. They haven't It's not as if they could say, oh, well, in a year, I'm probably going to be successful because I'm going to do X, Y, and Z. They're hoping and wishing, which is going to result in the exact same results that it has up until now. Debt, lack, scarcity, struggle, ever decreasing self-belief because our dreams keep slipping away from us. Now, I hope I'm not going too deep there. I'm trying to illustrate how you introduce a problem, the challenge. But this problem, helping you overcome this problem, is why for the very first time, I'm working intimately with 33 of us over the next year to help you create your passion and purpose empire. Now, I think we've got 10 or 11 left because we did a training last week. So I'll say 11 for the sake of, but it might be 10. But there's only 33 of us that are going to go through all 3 of these programs. And while this is perfect for anyone who's committed to living with more abundance and passion and freedom, it's especially valuable to you if you're a coach or healer, because I'm the highest paid consultant in this world, the self-help spirituality world. Entrepreneurs of any kind, if you're an author or an expert, if you're a consultant, a change worker, if you freelance, or if you're anyone who just refuses to live in the rat race anymore, this 9-to-5 bullshit matrix where you have to go to work for someone else, be treated like, effectively a slave, talked down to. If you are fed up with that and you don't know what you want to do yet, but you know you're not going to do this, then this is going to be perfect for you. Here's how it works. The first of our 4-week courses takes place at the end of January 2017. So just in a couple of weeks, we're going to get started. This is a $1,500 value, how to make millions with your words. This is a 4-week course, and it's the perfect starting point for your empire, because you're going to learn first how to build that list in more detail than we could go into today. So you get your first audience, and then I'm going to show you how to write emails that create massive value and make sales very, very quickly. You're going to learn my multiple 7-figure secrets on the inner game of this, which is you have to get in the right energetic state. You have to get yourself open to creativity, to feel inspired. But then technical stuff like how to write subject lines so your email is opened. The art of infotainment, which is providing information and entertaining as well. I mean, if we wanted information, we'd read Wikipedia, but we want to get your personality across. So I help you to get your unique personality across, and how to make sales direct from emails. And each one of these things and more, I'm going to guide you step by step over the 4 weeks. Plus, this is priceless. I also give you fill in the blanks templates. So remember the bit where I said, how is this unique? How is it different? Because I literally give you these templates where you put your name here, your product here, your major benefit here. And I'm giving you what's called a swipe file of my most profitable and value creating emails of all time, which means you can model what is proven to work. This alone is tens of thousands of dollars, well, I mean, way more than that in value. And it is completely different to what anyone else can give you. Because again, I am the #1 copywriter and marketer in this space. And I hope that doesn't sound egotistical, just based on the people I've worked with, the results that I've generated again and again, and building my own businesses. So that's what we're doing at the end of January for 4 weeks. Now, by the end of that, you already have an audience, you're writing emails, and you start to make sales, whether you have your own products or I help you with the affiliate stuff, which is another big part of that. Then in Q2, so Q2 next year, so say April, we're going to do Webinar Wealth. This is another 4-week program at $1,500. What we're going to do is to create webinars and interviews that sell. This is the single most profitable way for you to get paid based on your passion and purpose. The single most profitable one. Together, what we're going to do over the 4-week program is build a training for you. It doesn't matter if you want to interview someone or if you want to host a training like this with slides, or you can even do it on video. But I'm going to help you to create a presentation that provides massive value and make sales repeatedly. Because then what you're going to do is learn passive income, which is you make this presentation once and it can pay you again and again and again. You'll also discover this template that I've used for the Big Life interviews, for Mind Valley webinars, in short, for creating tens of millions of dollars of sales online. And also some technical stuff like, how do you get people registered to show up for one of these things? What do you give them before? How do you message them afterwards? How do you get them to watch the replay, etc.? Everything is step by step by step. And again, this is priceless, and this is why this is so unique. You're getting fill-in-the-blank templates of my best ever interviews and the best ever webinars and the emails that get people to show up. So you can borrow what works. Very cool. So that, imagine halfway through the year, you already got the Passion and Purpose Empire booming. You've got the emails, you've got the audience, and you've got this presentation or presentations that provide value, position you as an expert, and get you money in. That's why in Q3, we're going a little bit different. This is all about lifestyle design. It's called Lifestyle Liberation. This is a 4-week program to help you liberate your lifestyle. Again, this is a $1,500 value. This is all about 80-20 in your life, work, and income, which means you focus only on the 20% of things that bring you the most joy, money, success, love, passion, and more. This is about living with more balance, feeling on purpose, being more playful, giving more value, and much more. In short, the purpose of this program is to help you change your life so that you're living like a millionaire for way less money than you might think. And that spiritual liberation and freedom that comes when you're doing what you love to do. Boom. So look, there you have it. Each of those is, if we've got any space left for people, they're going to be $1,500 per class, which brings the total value to a hair under $5,000. But that's not what you're going to pay today, not even close. First, though, I want to give you something else, something in addition. So this ties into always over-delivering, being unique, being different. This is a special bonus class we're going to do in Q4 2017. Another 4-week program. It's called Vibration Mastery. Again, it's a $1,500 program. And frankly, it's no good making all this money and changing your life if you're not enjoying it. So this class is about how to get in the highest possible vibration on demand whenever you want. It's advanced. You're going to learn advanced NLP, EFT, manifesting, meditation, energy work, the deepest stuff that I know and have never shared before, as well as powerful technologies to help you get in an incredibly abundant emotional and vibrational state on demand whenever you want. This 4-week class is also yours completely free. I want to give this to you today. So imagine by the end of next year, we're going to be working together for 16 weeks over the course of the year. It's like a third of the year. I'm going to help you, and we're going to work in a small group, and I'm going to give you, for the first time, I've never ever shared this outside of my 20 grand plus clients, certainly not in this level of depth. We're going to work together to help you have an audience of ideal prospects and start to magnetize money by writing one simple email a day. I recommend doing one a day. I'll explain why on the first course. Next, you'll, in Q2, move to creating these incredibly profitable and valuable webinars or interviews, which can make you sales from anywhere in the world. Again, this is the single most profitable way you can share a message and get paid for it and have all of this time and location freedom. Next, we're going to design in Q3 your ideal lifestyle and help you to live with more balance, passion, purpose, play, self-expression, and more. So this is all about bringing that balance back and really doing you, like living in alignment with your highest self. So the total value of all of these, and including the bonus, is $6,000, just under $5,980. So $6,000 of value. Now, how to make millions with your words starts in January. Q2 webinar wealth, Q3 lifestyle liberation, and then in Q4 we'll be doing the deep manifesting vibrational stuff, high level spirituality that actually has real world results. Very excited for that. So you can get access to all of this today for only $11.11 or 3 payments of $495. This, we are going to sell out today. This isn't full scarcity. We already sold either 20 or 21 or 22. I know 3,000 people signed up for this webinar. I'm not sure how many on, given the technical mess up at the beginning. But if you want to get access to all classes and be one of only 33 people that gets access to all 4 classes, you can have that for just 1 payment of $11.11, which means you're saving $4,869, which is an 80% discount. You're effectively getting the Lifestyle Freedom Trilogy for free. I will coach you for free throughout next year. And the reason why is because I want to work with a small committed group of people. I really want to help you change your lives. I want to hear your success stories, and I want to take money off the table, because my biggest dharma right now is helping people to make money doing what they love. That's the most important thing. So I'm making it very, very easy for the right people to get signed up. So what will happen is, because our internet is broken, we're going to, or the webinar jam thing, we'll send you an email with the link to sign up. Craig will email you. If you want to get in now, email craig@carlharvey.com. So Craig, C-R-A-I-G, @carlharvey.com. We've either got 10 or 11 left. They will sell out today. So if you want one, email Craig, he'll give you the link. I'm sorry I can't pop it up now. This is the thing, we roll with the punches. But there's actually more I want to give you. Again, there was only 33 available in total, and we are almost sold out. Now, the intention of this year-long program is to help you create time, work, location, spiritual, emotional, and financial freedom. You're getting 4 advanced step-by-step classes to help you get paid for sharing your message with the world, priceless templates, and copy and paste emails and webinar scripts to help you create world-class content and sales pieces almost effortlessly. Plus, you're getting private and exclusive coaching from me, so you get the support you need. In fact, anything you need, we're going to do it together. Step-by-step templates, the done-for-you emails and webinars, advanced coaching from me, the support, you're getting it all. Plus, you're getting my feedback on your marketing and sales pieces inside every class. I will critique and help you improve everything from your website to your sales letter to your pitch to your products. Whatever you want help with, I'm there. And you're going to be looking over my shoulder as I guide you to create 6- and 7-figure sales and marketing for your passion and purpose empire. It's like getting a phone call from me personally every time, giving you a no-holds-barred rundown on everything you can do to magnetize new clients and raving fans. In short, this is way over 100 grand of value, which you are practically stealing from me today. And this is the comparison bit. Have a look at this. This is what I'm talking about, because some of you might be thinking, well, $1,100, that's a lot. So now I put that in context. Well, we did $10 million in sales in 3 years using what I'm going to teach you. I'm working with you. My usual clients would pay me 20 grand for a day, whereas you pay $3 a day. And again, to further compare that, that's how much I tip the lady in the coffee shop downstairs every day. Near enough, $3. You know, keep the change. It's that money. So I'm taking money off of the table. And that's also how to artfully do the comparison thing. Now, there's your Starbucks right there. You can't click the button because it's not working. I deeply apologize for that. Although if you're on the replay and on the off chance we didn't sell out, maybe there is a button below so you can click the add to cart. If you're watching live now and you got on the old YouTube, shout out to Craig for organizing that, then you can email craig@carlharvey.com. He might be there in the chat. I don't know what's going on, but you know, look at it like this. If we can build a 7-figure empire with all of these technical mishaps and all of these challenges, just imagine what you could do. So before I end up, let's talk for a second about the membership here. Like I said, it's only $11.11 for all 4 classes, and each class is going to be either 4 or 5 weeks long. And if there's any space left for individuals, it will be $1,500 per class. So $11.11, definitely not prohibitively expensive, but it's enough to keep the energy vampires away, right? It's enough to make sure there's some skin in the game, that you're going to take action, you're going to do the work, and you know you're going to make it a good use of my time and energy, because I want you to get results. I want you to build the emails and to do the presentation and sign the clients. That's where I get the joy from. So like everything I create, this is good vibes only. So it's got to be good vibes. It's only for people at that high vibration who are going to bring good vibes and positivity. Plus, of course, for the right person, this investment should pay you. Think about it. Do you reckon it might be worth $3 a day to have me coach and guide you personally next year in the sales and marketing for your business? Right? No brainer. Do you think that if you had access to me in my 6-7 years of experience, you'd be far more likely to be able to get new clients or new fans, new subscribers, to create better emails, to create more value, to create better products? Yeah, there's a pretty good chance, right? And if you're like most of my clients, you'd probably tell me you'd get a return on investment on a year's investment after the first week. The first week. I mean, look, Casey in my book club, look, these are the kind of case studies that I get. Oh, and this is where in your sales process, you do the risk reversal. You make it really easy. You share and demonstrate how you've helped people before. So Alif has manifested a dream man in LA and a dream car. Casey's got that big old check, 164 racks. Shout out to Casey. Mike manifested his amazing house. Shout out to Mike. Danny Green, who signed up for this already, he's talking about the Beliefs Blueprint course. Is this the best course I've ever taken? Yes. A resounding yes. If you think the free webinars Cole does offers great value and transformation, then you'll metaphorically shit your pants. That's a good thing, by the way. I've seen my growth every week and manifesting like never before and consistently. So there you go. And when you think about it, $3 a day, I'm making it very, very easy for you to give Lifestyle Freedom Trilogy a try. Plus, as I'm sure you know by now, I take a lot of pride and joy from helping my clients win big and boss up and change their lives. That's why I do this. So you can be certain I've got your back, and you can be certain because we're a family business, and you can be certain because if you don't love it, we'll take someone else in your place instead, and we'll send you your money back. It's cool. Like we always look after our clients. Oh, and if you sign up for the 11/11 full payments day, we're going to send you a bottle of champagne and a mystery gift in the post next week, just to show our love, just to show we got you back. So imagine it now, if you would. $3 a day to spend an entire year getting coached by me to create your ideal passion business. Boom. Having me walk you through my most successful emails, best webinars, guide you in literally every action step, help you to create this first passion income, and over the course of the year, help you overcome any challenge you face. To have me personally show you what's working best and help you to take action in your life, to build the plan, to create the business, to get the clients. Everything I share with you in 2017 is designed to give you that exact experience. And one final thing to consider, half a cup of coffee a day to work with me for 16 weeks plus of intimate coaching, and I'll help you one-on-one with your goals and challenges. And again, I've talked about what I've manifested, doing what I love, and I know I can help you to do the same. If you show up, if you apply what you learn, and if you've got that good energy and intention, I'm gonna help you. That's what we're doing over the 4 Lifestyle Freedom classes. And if any of these scenarios sound that they might be even a little bit valuable to you, enrolling today is a must do. So please accept my special offer, claim one of only 10 or 11 memberships that we have left, and get this. To make it even easier, because the first class starts in a couple of weeks at the end of January, I'm going to give you instant access to Ultimate Manifesting System. This is the $1,500 sold out 5-week course. It's been described as the most advanced yet easy to apply and get results with manifesting training that's been created. I've had hundreds of students go through this at full price. It is an incredible program. You get instant access to it. What this is going to do is get you absolutely certain on your vision, help you to start reprogramming your subconscious mind so you feel a sense of belief and certainty, help you to build a plan, help you to overcome the dark limiting beliefs that might be holding you back, and so much more, and start manifesting what you want even before we get started. That's what we're doing, and you get instant access to this. So even though this sold out $1,500, you can get instant access now as soon as you sign up. So email craig@carlharvey.com. He might be there in the chat. I'll come and have a look in a minute. Otherwise, if you're watching this on the replay, there'll be a link below if we have any space or if you can get signed up. Let's face it, let's be real. $3 a day really isn't going to change your life, of course. However, the work we do together, if you're the right person for this, if you're committed and you play full out, that can change your life, and it can change your abundance as well, certainly. We talked at the start about those 8 reasons why you might want to do this: the freedom, the getting up feeling inspired every day, the creating value, the good karma, the money, the locations, the fact that the tools are so cheap and easy now, the fact that you don't need a big team, you can do it on your own. That's what we're doing, and I believe that is life-changing. So if that sounds like you, accept the special offer today. Claim one of only 33 or the 10 or 11 we have left, and you'll be a part of a very small group of high-energy, positive overachievers who share and act on valuable information the rest of the world simply never hears about. Plus, you enjoy that thrill, that feeling of getting paid for doing work that you love that's aligned with your Dharma, what you're here to do. So email craig@carlharvey.com. If you're on the replay and there's a button below, click that, you can get started. Well, we're a family business. We'll find a way to get you signed up if there's space. So Don't worry too much about that one, but if you want in, let us know. First come, first served. I'm incredibly excited and grateful. Thank you for watching this. Thanks for dealing with the technical problems. And remember, as soon as you sign up, you're getting the 5-week Ultimate Manifesting System program, which is like a 15-hour course, and it's sold out $1,500, completely free. That's our gift to you. We always over-deliver, and we're practicing what we preach. And you get the champagne in the post if you pay in full. And you're getting the surprise gift that's coming to you early next week. So there you have it. One more time, everything you're getting, a total value of $7,475. And it means that you're actually saving $6,364 of what everyone else will pay if there's any room for the individual classes. This is a one-time offer. So enroll now, and this isn't going to be repeated. It's just for the very first people to get in. If there's any space, you can enroll for individual classes at the rate of $14.95 each. If there is any space. But if you want one of the last ones, jump on. Thank you for watching, and thanks for sticking with us through technical issues. I'll come back now. We got there in the end. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it's valuable. I missed having the deep connection with you, you know, with the chat and but I hope you found it valuable. I really hope that you've got a clear idea of, first, why you might want to do this. Why is it worth the effort? Is it worth learning how to do one of those email opt-in pages? Is it worth learning how to do a presentation? And I hope the answer is yes. For the right person, I hope you feel inspired that you really can create this. The 6 case studies I showed you are people just like you and me who are making money from the most peculiar things, spinning basketballs, little Instagram videos of exercises, meditation, teaching inner female goddess warrior type stuff. You know, whatever that inner weirdness is that you have, there's someone there that's going to resonate with it. Then I give you those 5 steps. Like, this is how we run our business. Those 5 steps. But basically, decide what you're going to do and create value in. Get the audience. Ask them what they want. Give it to them again and again. Help, serve, over-deliver. Be the most giving. And then and only then ask for money. And then at the end, I gave you the 7-step formula that I've used to sell millions of dollars worth of products and services in every conceivable industry. And then I guided you through my little sales presentation. And even, you know, it was a bit meta, wasn't it? Showing you what I was doing and why. And I hope you get a good feeling from that, you know, you can be really non-douchey and really loving and still be persuasive and also put 0 pressure on anyone. Like, we really do only have 10 or 11 spots before I started this, but there was no obligation. I'm not trying to scare you. I'm trying to say that you'll know if this is right for you. I did the comparison thing, the risk reversal. So I'm demonstrating to you as I'm doing it how you can do it. And of course it will take practice, and it's taken me years of practice to get unconsciously competent at it. But I really know and believe that over the course of the next year, I'll be able to help 33 of you to really, you know, at least get on that path of a year of getting the list, getting the emails, building the products, making the presentations. And, you know, I really want to help you create the kind of life that I've got, because I'm only 32 and I feel so blessed that every day I get up and I go, what do I feel inspired to create? That's the best thing. Looking after family, doing the charity stuff, all the stuff you feel inspired. But it's, and also the intellectual and the heart thing of doing what you're here to do. It's a whole different level of being alive. And when you meet other people who are doing it, you'll be like best friends instantly, because it's so rare. Because most people grumbling about how shit everything is, and you'll be alive. So, should I have my jacket, by the way? Pretty boss. Got the old Space Jam Jordans on. Woo! Anyway, I'll see if Craig's on the chat. See if there's anything I can do. I'm not sure if I can answer any questions, Craigie. Payment link in the comments below video. Oh, good. Well done, Craigie. What, 4 a.m., 5 a.m., staying up late in London. I'm not on the YouTube video, so I'm not quite sure how I get there, Craig. Is there any questions for me? This is so weird. Craigie, let me know if there's any questions from anyone watching, and we'll try and do this. Otherwise, I think what I'm going to have to do is do this presentation again. So you can join in again if you feel inspired. If we can get the technology working, I'll do it tomorrow or next week when I'm in Bali. Did you see that villa? So excited for that. Flying business class, 10 days in a villa. All I'm going to do is meditate, read, sit in a hammock, get a scooter, visit all the little temples, have a Zen adventure, do a bit of work. Got a couple of new interviews I'm doing. One with Brian Tracy, boss. the other with Dr. Paul Sheil, all about abundance. Can't wait for that. So I'm excited. Let's see if Craig has any questions. Any questions? Because I think you might be 30 seconds behind. No questions. All right, we cool. All right, well, as Craig said, there's a payment link in the comments below the video, maybe. If not, email Craig at carlharvey.com. Really hope you found it valuable. Send Craig an email and let me know if you enjoyed this training. Was it simple enough? Did you get the hang of it? Was it too much? Was it too complicated? Do you know what you need to be doing? Like, obviously, zero pressure or obligation to sign up for the thing. Like, it's dramatically underpriced as it is, and it will sell out. So I'm not trying to sell it. What I want to do is make this part of the training even more valuable. So if you can give me any feedback, that's great. But otherwise, I think it's time to take Yeezy out for a little walkies. Yeah. Walkies is the trigger word. She knows she's going to get spoiled. Thank you for watching. I'm Cole James Harvey. Thank you, Webinar Jam, for the heart attack just before we started. Cancel, not heart attack, but 3 minutes before we start, the whole thing dies, and me and Craig are trying to figure out how to get 3,000 people on. We got there in the end. For those of you that watched on here, much appreciated. Appreciate the love, and I'll see you soon. Peace, love, and above all, go start this. Go create your passion and purpose empire. It's a true life change. It's the best thing you can ever do. I'm so glad that I got this book, because it changed my life, and I really hope that I've inspired you and instructed you enough that you can get started at the very least. Start creating value, build that audience, serve them, get what you want. Boss. I'm Cole James Harvey. Until the next time, peace and love. See you soon. And Yeezy's up. Yeezy, what up?